Ugh! It's useless. I'm out of gas. I need bananas.
Hey, yo! Yeah, you!
Whoa!
Well, what do you call these?
Claptrap?
No, ding-dong. Bananas!
Can you chomp us out of here?
Nada. No how. Look, got no teeth. But I'll make you a deal. I like the taste of a pirate ship. A yummy boat filled with gold is so hip. Scurvy took my teeth cause he's afraid of me. He knows I'll eat everything I see. I got a deal that you can't refuse. I got the key, something you can use. If you don't help me, then it looks like we're beat. Someone get my teeth back. I gotta eat. Haven't had a checkup in a century. I can't recall a single cavity. Pardon me for frowning, I don't mean to be rude. Without my teeth, I'm gumming on my food. That Captain Scurvy man, what a pest! He took my teeth and threw them in the crow's nest. If you don't help me, then it looks like we're beat. Someone get my teeth back. Someone get my teeth back. Someone get my teeth back. I gotta eat!
Look out, you beauties. Here comes Donkey Kong.
Hey there, gorgeous gays! Version 2 here with more Donkey Kong Legacy. We are back to, oh dear god, we're back to Donkey Kong Land 2. Oh no, this scares me. This game scares me. Chat, last time we were in this game, it traumatized me. And now we're gonna be traumatized again. We're gonna be traumatized again because my jacket keeps sticking to itself. I said I wasn't gonna wear this again. But then I realized Swanky Kong doesn't appear for the rest of the fucking franchise. In fact, he's already gone. But he was in the other, the NES version of this game. It was like, Swanky's on the rest of the fucking franchise. And look at this jacket. I gotta wear it one more time at least. Even if it's going to cut up more of my board here, my placemat here, and get stuck to itself as I move. But it's fine. Look at it. But we are back. Welcome everyone, welcome to Mikey Unscribbles. We are here with more Donkey Kong Land 2. Hopefully it goes better. I say with no reason to believe that this will be the case. I'm sure it will be fine to go into Gloomy Gulch. I'm sure Ghostly Grove won't kill us over and over and over again. I'm sure it will be fine. What's up, Garner? Alrighty. So, okay, so this part at the beginning of Ghostly Grove still exists, but we don't have Team Throw in this version of the game. So it's not like I can do anything there. We're off to a great start. We're off to a great start. We're going into this... The problem is we're going into this world with no lives. And we didn't save it. Because we beat a world. So... we have some slight issues that I don't know how we're going to get around. I guess I could die, go back to the first world, save there. Like, go get coins to save, and save it. Get coins for, like, Funky's Flights. We could game over intentionally to start with full lives. This is going very well. This is going very well. Oh my god. Okay. 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 Coins to save is so rude. It's part of DKC 2 because they, you know, it's a treacherous journey into the Isle of the Crocodiles. They want you to feel that it's dangerous. So even currency is required to save. So I'm having the issue here of I'm thinking this controls like the SNES version, where the moment you press roll, you can jump at any time, but in this version, you are committed to at least some level of roll. You are committed to some level of roll. Okay. So is up there a secret? Where's the secret here? It's a cave. That's all that was. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's not the same. It's not the same when you don't hear the whoa, 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 whoa sounds. Oh, well, I already have enough coins to save. I already have 2 coins. So I could save if we go back to another world. We'll just also need enough to, like, then travel. Because we also need, like, lives to travel. But, like, we need coins to travel between worlds as well. I don't like this at all. Where is this going? Okay, thank God. Oh. Damn capitalism. Okay, so you're saying that, okay, well. Oh, okay. Random hooks. Okay. Where are secrets? Where are secrets? In general, I feel like, you know, I'm low on life because I'm dying a lot in this game. I also just feel like this game doesn't have many bananas. Well, that was terrible. Like, I feel like getting extra lives in this game has not been easy. Oh my God. Oh dear God. Well, I'm halfway through the level and I haven't picked up enough, like, I'm still on 60 bananas. Does that imply something? I haven't had any bonuses yet, and this is a little worrying. No, nothing over here. Because on the bright side, I won't have to count lives. No. I pressed the glide button. I pressed the glide. Okay. We're gonna go for the strategy I was talking about. We're gonna go and save and at least enter the level with some more lives. We're gonna go to Gangplank Galleon. We are going to save. And then we're gonna go to Lockjaw's. We're gonna go to Topsail Trouble and die. And we'll come back after a game over, which will give us more lives. We will. This is what we've been reduced to. I won't even need to. Saving brings you back to the world menu. Let's fucking go. Oh, that changes things. Oh, I won't even need to get the bananas to fly over here. Well, there we go. The game was nice to me. Well, there we go. Yay. Now I can actually utilize the halfway point this level. I could also just be really good and not die and actually build up another stock of lives to actually use. No, before I forget, the FF7 Rebirth playlist has the Chapter 7 not in there. Okay, I have to remember several things for that playthrough. I'll do it at some point. Oh, no! Oh, okay. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. I need all the bananas I can fucking scrounge up. And also the coins. See, obviously I'm way more familiar with, like, SNES version of this game. But we went through that game and, like, by the end of the first world, I had, like, fucking 30, 40 lives. It just feels like the life economy in this game. There's not much of it at all. There's not many lives to find in levels. Even bananas, it doesn't seem like there's that many of them. It's all a little concerning. Jesus Christ. Evil banana coin. Evil banana coin. Bang. Get it. There we go. We also need Kong letters because that's also more lives. Our rarest economy. Lives. I didn't think we'd have a Donkey Kong game like this. This game's scary. I'm trying to think of like how many levels do we have to go through before we actually... For fuck's sakes. How many... These jumps between ropes in this one, in this version of this world are like level of weird. It doesn't feel anywhere near as natural to just go from one to the other. Oh, I already have. Yeah, I don't know how many levels I have to go through to actually get the next save point in this world. But I want to say it's like after Parachute Panic or something from memory. I don't think it's early. Oh dear God, Haunted Hall's gonna be before it. Oh no. Chat, we're fucking cooked. Chat, we're roasted over a campfire. We're absolutely fucked. We're never gonna beat Donkey Kong Land 2. Again, I really did not expect this to be the game that I was gonna have so much trouble with. It kind of makes me scared for when we get to Land 3. Is Land 3 gonna be a similar experience of being like way tougher than I remember? Oh, so now that's time you grab the hook. Oh, I see. Bang. Oh, ow. We are almost at a life. At another life. We're not quite there yet, but we're almost there. There we go, got that one. What the fuck? Okay. What the hell? I saw the grab animation. I saw the grab animation. The grab animation. Yeah, there's a life. The grab animation played. Game Boy. Rope said no. Unfair. Jack, can we skip this game? First level. I'm on the first level of the day. This is the first level I've played today. Unfortunately, returning to this has just immediately put me back in the state I was at the end of the last episode. Yay. Yay. I'm so terrified of what Land's version of fucking Amalantis is gonna be. I'm incredibly terrified. I feel like the biggest issue is that these, like, why do they, the ropes they want you to jump between, they descend as they go from left to right. That's not how most of the ropes are set up in the other version of this level. Like, you usually ascend between each rope because, you know, jumping between them. But in this one, they want you to, like, jump and fall down between every rope. And it just feels awkward as shit. Feels so bizarre. 64 will be a cakewalk compared to this. The thing is, I don't know if 64 is hard. All I know about is that it's long. See, go up, but then it goes down again. Why? Why have the next rope be lower? That just makes the jump onto it awkward. Especially on a console where I can barely see up and down on it. These hitboxes of these ropes is garbage. The hitbox of these ropes is not good. Very, very lucky there. Still not finding any bonuses yet in this level. That's so far off the screen. The next ropes are also literally off the screen. Chat, do we think there's something down there because I can see like wall textures down there? Chat, do we think there's something down there because I see wall textures? Like it's not just plain white background down there? That's also something about this game that I feel like is really disappointing. After, you know, I went back. I mean, saved. I went back. Yeah, fuck it. No. No, okay. Having L-System instead of this one hit per Kong old school nonsense. Bonk. So, what am I thinking? I went back, right? Because I'm just like, this feels worse than Land 1 in a lot of ways. Why does it feel that? I also realized something just graphically. Yo, why is this game so white? Why is this game so white? Because I went back to watch some of the Donkey Kong Land playthrough, and like, that game has backgrounds. And this version of the game just doesn't. Oh my god, you gotta ask game why it's white. Because like, we're meant to be in a forest here. This is Gloomy Gulch. We're meant to be in a gloomy, spooky forest that's like dark canopy and can barely see through the thick woods. And there's like a couple of trees in the background and that's about it. And I'm kind of confused. Okay. Do I trust that? Where is this saying? Okay. Well, that was an easy bonus at least. Oh my god. Even the Legacy one poor have more going on in the background. I don't mean the rare cow. Oh god, it put me past that. Why? Okay, it's not that far. Okay, it's just down here. Okay. Oh my god, I don't want to just jump down because I'm worried I'm gonna hit the beat. There we go. But yeah, like every background in Lands 1 had like an actual background. There was like detailed pixel backgrounds for everything. But for some reason, Land 2 just has like stock white backgrounds. And I'm confused why. Because I'm just like, Land 1 I'm pretty sure was similar to this in terms of the color palette, where it was like, you know, enemies, Kongs, like interactables are all of the brown palette and the backgrounds and everything is of the blue palette, and every level's like that. I'm pretty sure Land 1 was like that. So why does this feel so much not as good graphically? And looking back at it, oh, that's why. That's why. All the black and white GB games I think tend to have simpler backgrounds because they were too detailed. It would be hard to see clearly on a money poor contrast LCD. So is that what they decided? That the first game had too detailed of a background to see properly? So they made the next game have a worse background? Yeah, this could be a snow level. Because even the trees, like, oh, the trees don't have leaves. That's because of the snow. I swear to fucking God. Let me grab a rope and actually grab the rope. Okay, well, I have the thing. I have the bonus. I just need the DK coin. If we don't get it now, we will come back for it later once I can save again in this world. How much can I just do this? Why don't I use Dixie Kong's ability to just fucking skip levels? Because maybe that was the idea. They made Land 1, and they were just like, oh, let's make detailed backgrounds to make it look good. And then they were just like, oh, it's actually hard to tell what's going on. As I've been into, have you played all Donkey Kong games? No, I've never actually. The one we're playing right now, I've never beaten. I would remember if I had beaten this when I was a child, because I would be traumatized by it. As opposed to being traumatized by it now by playing it. No, I've not played this. Oh, well, I've played this. I definitely played it, because I definitely owned it when I was younger. but I've never beaten it. I think I've booted up Lands 3 on an emulator before, but I've definitely not beaten that one. I've never played DK64, but I've seen bits of it, but I've definitely never played it. Then Jungle Beat I've never played. I've never played King of Swing or Jungle Climber. And then I have played... Well, there's the DK coin. Yay! But I have played the ever-loving shit out of Returns, and then I've played Tropical Freeze. I am making a save point. I'm making a save state. I'm not redoing that level. So yeah, so basically starting with this game, for quite a few games are games that I've either never played or never beaten. And then we get to the end of the legacy where it's 2 games that where I've played and beaten them 100% before. And with Returns, I've 100%, I think, at least 3 times. Well, 100% in terms of, like, getting all the bonuses and stuff. There's certain elements of that I've not done, but I'm not counting that as 100%. Crazy Coaster. This isn't Haunted Hall. What? Wait, what? And we're actually just playing the carnival music. They didn't even try to do the haunted roller coaster gimmick for this. It's just straight up a carnival level with the carnival backgrounds. Whoops. See, this has slight background details. Like, not much, but like a little bit at least. Oh my god, there's so many coins. There's not much else you could do for a sky background. Well, this is like the last level was a snow carnival. The last level, like in the SNES version, it's a gloomy forest. It's a thick canopy of trees behind you. So it's very noticeable when there's like a couple of trees and that's it. Okay, so they've removed Haunted Hall and the gimmick, I guess the gimmick of like the timed ghosts, they couldn't get working on this version of the game. I'm gonna assume that's the case here. So it's just a normal roller coaster level instead. Which, to be fair, both of the minecart levels earlier were both gimmick based. One's a race and one's like hitting targets. This feels more like a normal level. It feels like a really normal level, actually. Is this going to be like the most original level for this game and then be the easiest? Is this going to be the most original level in Lands 2 and then be the easiest? So where was that? There. Is this a bonus? That's DK coin! We found the DK coin! Yeah, this is just a lot of bees on a track. I jumped for the bananas and the bananas were a trick. Where's the bonus though? That's the question so far. Where's the bonus? Have yet to see a bonus. Wee! Out. Wow. Alright. Okay. Okay. So that was complicated. It's the easiest level in the game so far. But where is the bonus, is the question. Out. I mean, that looks a little suspicious. That dragonfly that's there. But I feel like if I jump on it, it's not going to be that suspicious. Because it looks like it's just going to bounce me back onto the track. And actually a level with like a decent amount of bananas. So I'm actually like getting lives when even when I'm losing them. Because I feel like this is one of those cases where the bonus is just going to be fall off the correct ledge. And I won't know which one. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to find where a bonus is here. Okay. It's clearly a flooded ocean carnival. I'm going to quickly open up a guide. And by a guide, I mean the thing that we were looking at last time. Alright. Crazy coaster. Where is that where is the bonus? Oh, the bonus is just that ledge at the start. I thought I jumped up there at least once. Oh. Oh, the bonus is just that ledge. It's the same thing as the fucking DK coin at the end. It's just at the start. Oh, okay. I thought I made it up there at least once. Because I was thinking that, but I thought I made it up there at least once. I have not apparently. It's that. It's that. it's just up there. I thought I got up there at least once. Apparently not. Can I trade those banana coins for lives? Oh my god, my outfit! My outfit is how I would trade banana coins for lives. Swanky would normally be in a level. Oh, in the world. And he would trade lives for, like, coins for lives by doing the puzzle. Oh, dang it, enough stars. There's no Swanky Gong in this game, though, so I can't trade my, like, massive stash of banana coins for extra lives. Boo! Boo! Unfair. Ugh, there we go. Well, there's a lot there. There we go. We're almost done. There we go. Alright, we're done. Just gotta choose the right path. This is the game where that would actually be helpful. I know. But there we go. There we go. Well, can the rest of the game be as easy as that level, please? Please? Welcome to Gusty Glade. Okay, that is... How am I meant to get up there? Oh, okay, that's how I get up there. Do we think the wind effects will work? Oh, wow. The same... Gusty Glade the same to the point where there's even the bonus snake. Will the wind work here? Oh my god, the wind actually works here. I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised that's a mechanic they got working in this. Whoa, Jesus Christ. More like Blizzard Glade. Whee! Whee! Oh, wow. They really tried to make this level exactly accurate, huh? Even this element of the very thin, narrow platforms is here. And that's what I mean. That's what I mean about this game. It's like this game is impressive as a remake. Like you managed to get this game working on this console at all, and it's relatively similar. Well done. But also, it's so similar. It's so similar that I'd have to ask, why would I play this over the SNES version? Whee! Whee! Okay, so is there secrets down here then? Well, there's a banana coin. Notice how many banana coins that I'm getting, and notice how many not lives I'm getting. Man, remember in Land 1 when you could get the coins and turn those coins into lives in that one, like in the mini game you'd find in some bonuses? Play it at school. Yeah, again, it's mobile port feeling. Well, there's that bonus. Destroy them all! Bonk. Bonk. Motherfucker turned around at like the last possible second. Well, there's thing is they want to do new mini games. Ah! Oh, Jesus Christ. Had new mini games in the green bananas in the album photo. Yeah, there was some extra mechanics. Whee! I mean, that was also on the color. Oh, fuck, dog. Fuck ducks. Fuck a duck. No. The fucking hedgehog keeps turning around right as I go to spin attack it. It keeps turning around right as the moment that I spin it, that I roll into it. Oh, I missed the K. Whee! Whee! Okay. Be careful about this fucking porcupine. Motherfucker. Yay! There we go. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, boy! Whoa! Oh, we're doing the alternating one. Okay. I was confused what was happening. We're alternating. Okay, that's just going that way. Whee! Whoa, Jesus. 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 Are you just shooting cannonballs? You're just shooting cannonballs. You die now. Oh, no. Whee! Fucking Christ. Whee! Well, I got the DK coin. Completely unintentionally, but I got it. Fuck, going with the wind is actually too strong here. Conky dongs, up props. We're conking so many dongs. Oh, there's still a bonus in this level. Oh, I was hoping the cannon would be the one. Ah, there's still another one somewhere. Ah, boo ones. What if I just start skipping levels? Ugh. Whee! Whee! Okay, wait for the wind. Whee! Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's what worries me about levels like this for trying to find bonuses. It's just, where in the depths of the aether are they going to decide to hide the bonus? So I guess the idea is just if you launch it with the wind, you get the DK going? Because why wouldn't you launch it with the wind? Is like the question I'd have. Whee! Ah, Jesus. Whose idea was to give you a bonus for roulettes when you've already done when you first get the balls cage. I want a pillory with fruit and vegetables thrown at you for at least 24 hours. That's too bad. You've got your bonus for the day. It doesn't count anymore. Welcome to the 8th Willery. It's the game. It's where the game decided to start hating you with one of the worst steps of Relic has ever had. I love it. I love it. Yay! Yay! Kong College we can save. Kong College we can save. There we go. You know, Kong College, you know, in the SNES version, Kong College has hints for bonuses. There's also Cranky Kong who has bonus like hints and stuff. And you have Swanky, so you can spend money there. I'm now realizing the only thing to spend banana coins on this is saving and teleporting between worlds. That's all there is. So it feels kind of superfluous. It doesn't feel anywhere near as like useful. Come college, I graduated. I graduated with honors from Come college. I graduated as magna comes loud. Or is that? Chat, I'm not an American and I don't know what sororities and fraternities are. Is that it? Does that joke work? Does that joke work? I don't know. I don't know what colleges are. I've just heard of magna cum laude as like a thing. Okay, these bananas pointing down. Okay, that's what it is. There was just bananas pointing down. I didn't see that as Rattlian. I thought it was just like, okay, easiest bonus ever. I saw that as the bananas of Rattlian. I'm just like, oh, so that's the bananas as you grab it. And then we skip. That's the only Legendary Larry game I've played. There we go, and I can save again. Yay! And now we beat all the levels up to there. Oh dear god, parrot shoot panic. What the fuck is this game? This going to be like in this version of the game? Nice! I got a bonus for jumping a different way. Okay, there seems to control similarly to Parachute Panic in the SNES version. Your bird can't flap, you can hold up to slow down. And you go. Oh god, oh god. See, at least I would say this has sufficient background. There's no detail, there's no like, oh god. There's no like massive detailing between the honeycomb pieces. But there's enough honeycomb pieces spread everywhere that it does like, give the impression of the area. Oh, there's a DK coin, by the way. There's the DK coin, by the way. I don't know how the fuck you get that, but I found the DK coin. I spy DK. I spy with my little eye, so I'm beginning with DK coin. I would still love a fully metal real-life DK coin. Again, I've seen 3D printed ones, and yeah, that's cool, but I want mine made out of metal, not Lego bricks. Kind of makes me think either over here there's a gap somewhere or an invisible wall, or you have to take like a flying Squawks lead up to it. Because it's just there. Ah, well I found this at least. Bonus! Find the token. They really you know, it takes until the end of damn it. It takes until the end of Country 2. Oh no. Come on! Okay. Okay, game's gonna be a dick about it. You fail, you don't get to retry. Okay. I see how it is. I found the DK coin. I found the DK coin! I got it! Okay. What was I talking about? Oh, the fucking, yeah, the Piranha Hedgehog combo. Like, once you get to K. Rool's Keep in the SNES version, they start putting those fucking everywhere. But in this version, nah, they're already starting that shit. Because the idea is you put them like one after the other, because one you can only roll into and one you can only jump on. So, you know, it's a little tricky to put them next to each other. Okay, I'm not liking how many split paths there are here. Makes me really worried about hiding something somewhere. Because there's a lot of these that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of split paths. Why? What? Come on, like, they're everywhere now. Come on. Oh. Oh, I was meant to jump over it to get a G. Oh, okay. I did not understand what the game was trying to hint to me. Oh, well. Well, that seems simple. Okay. There we go. We gotta go back for the bonus. So we know we don't have all the bonuses. So we'll have to go back for that. Yay! Another life. Question, do I keep bananas? Oh my god, I do. Chad, I could grind banana. Chad, I can grind bananas. Chad, I can grind bananas. Are we this desperate? Are we this desperate? Are we this desperate for lives? Not even getting one at a time, but, you know, pretty quick. 5 entries into the level. I have found the most inefficient grind spot ever. Yeah, another life! There we go. It just feels like there's significantly less lives in this game compared to a usual Donkey Kong game. Again, I know I'm a lot better at the SNES version, but we hit like fucking 40, 50 lives pretty freaking early. When now I'm just like, oh my god, I've got so many, I'm on 5. Again, even land, we were having a bit about how much we had to count because of how bereft of lives, like how, not bereft, how resplendent we were with lives. People still dying from overlapping Sugar Riot Lab party sex. Hey. Darn. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Fucking, I'm just gonna rewind. Yo, it's rewind time. Yo, it's rewind time. I can't see what's down here when I jump down here. I feel like that's valid for me to... I feel like it's valid for me to rewind when I can't see what's beneath me. And I keep jumping and landing on stuff because I can't fucking see. Game has absolutely no idea of type value. You're pretty close to the final life count. Why are you off by like only 2? Pretty sure you're only off by 2. Fuck me, there's another one in there. Fuck. There's another bonus in here. Which means it probably does have to do with the whole split path bullshit that we have later on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear god. Having that situation where it's just like, oh yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2 is like a bastard with hiding its bonuses. I just know where they all are because I've played it too many times. And now I'm having to actually look for bonuses again in one of these games. I'm not used to that. Let me panic. I believe it's that easy to get the DK going. Oh yeah, just go out the barrel. Just blast out the barrel that's like right there. It's fine. Can I easily been from not paying attention to oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. 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 I may have made a mistake here. Actually, this feels easier. In some ways, this does feel easier. You can't control the up and down speed is the main issue. But like I can scout out and just like, what's that way? What's over this way? What's over that way? There's so many split paths here that I'm really worried that the bonus is just like, oh, it's just on one of these. It really worries me that it's just like, oh yeah, just gotta choose the right side. Over here. Okay. So do I have to take a path up there? Or is there a way up to it? Oh, this is where the thing was. Okay. Right, yeah. Okay, yes. So how do I... Ah! There we go! There's another hook up there. Okay. I will give credit to this secret. Well hidden. The first look being invisible is a little annoying, but hey. Actually, well hidden bonus. There we go. Destroy them all. The barrels. Okay. Bang. Oh my god, up there. Get over here. Yay! Yay, I did it! Save and exit. Yay! I'm gonna save again. We have a shit ton of coins, might as well. Alright, well, 7 lives! We're already at Web Woods. It's Web Woods, then a boss, and then this world is done. Again, we will have to worry about animal antics stuff in this game. But I'm actually curious how the bonus, how the Lost World works in this game. Because in SNES, you have an entrance with Clover's Kiosk in every world that you give coins to. None of those exist, so is it just like a post-game thing that you just like... Is it like DKC 3s where there's one, like it's all together? And you pay money to go into them subsequently? Could be like that. Mean Mouse. Why are these ropes here? This is Web Woods. What? I'm in Web Woods. Why are these ropes here? Where's the web? Where's the web to my wood? Yo, a life. An actual life balloon. I can't believe it. Hey! There we go. Chat, do we think the game's gonna be mean and hide something like back here? How mean do we think the game is? To hide something up in the sky back here. Because it is the last time we had a spider level. Gotta check. Gotta check. Just in case. The fact that it only lets you have one web and you gotta like jump this quickly between them. Dastardly. Well, I got my DK barrel back. Yay. Go, go, go. Aww. Oh, they actually didn't. That's nice of them, but I went to the effort to check, so now fuck them. How dare they not reward me for my curiosity? So now I actually fuck them. All I gotta me running along, if I like mash the squitter button, it starts lagging the game. See, here's the real issue. Where randomly in the fucking sky for the rest of the level the secret's gonna be. That's the real scary shit. Jesus. Like, what if there's something up there? Probably not, but like, what if there was? Range on this thing is tiny, it seems. Spider shoes don't have much friction. They don't grip. It's very sad. No! 7. Don't. Stop. Get out of here. But what about now? 8 again. Let's go. Alright, squitter time, baby. There we go, I didn't get hit that time. Let's go. Okay, try again. There we go. Shoot the mouseies. Ugh. Noticing the range on my web spit here is not very much. Like, I have to get pretty fucking close to some enemies to actually hit them with my squittering. Oh, the halfway point was right there. It was right there! Again. Just want to check around here. Seemingly not, sadly. Whoa. Hopefully big cat there. Again, I love... Fucking Christ. A level like this, the bonuses could be anywhere. Anywhere. That nearly knocked me off the edge of the level. That game was so close to knocking me off the edge of the level. If that killed me, I probably would have rewound again. I forgot you couldn't have two webs for a second. How do you make Web Woods a significantly more terrifying level? Just make it so you can only have one web at a time instead of two. There was a banana next to the end, but I'm wondering if that was meant to be like a hint. Am I above a platform or not? I am! Okay, okay. Was that an arrow? Was that a really big arrow? Well, if it was, it wasn't pointing to anything. Okay. I found the DK coin. Oh, there's an arrow just pointing down to it. Okay. Well, the DK coin wasn't so much of an issue then, at least. Alright. Chat, own up. Who oiled the shoes of my spider? Who oiled the shoes of my spider? Chat, own up, own up. Collective punishment, and none of you admit it, then you all get punished for it. Fuck. Unsupervised detention for everyone if you don't own up. Man, why is it whenever I got detention in high school, I never got to have detention in an unsupervised classroom where me and a bunch of people that I wasn't friends with at school could have experiences and conversations that would alter the course of our lives and help us learn to accept one another. And possibly, like, smoke weed and have sex for the first time. Why were none of my school detentions that? Why were my school detentions being watched over by an old lady who really didn't want to be there even more than we did while we did our homework instead of doing it when we got home? Bullshit. It's bullshit. It was espresso. Jealous that didn't get to be in this game. Speaking of, the thing I was referencing was Breakfast Club, by the way. Speaking of the Breakfast Club, there's something real. Okay, well, getting hit knocks me off. Breakfast Club, it's very, it is funny to me. One funny thing about it, not in terms of like the movie itself. I mean, you know, movie's alright, but you know, the Nickelodeon show Victorious, which, you know, a lot of issues, you know, with that. Primarily, you know, the director of the show and the stuff that, you know, you would have teenage girls do on set and stuff like that, you know, all that stuff. But there's, like, you know, it's the show that Ariana Grande was in. Like, that's how, like, she got her, like, notable start. She was in Victorious. It was like the show that came out, like, you know, it was like similar, like same, I think literally same universe. Yeah, because they had like a crossover show afterwards of iCarly. But there's one episode of Victorious that's just straight up a parody of Breakfast Club. A show that the people who like the show was aimed at would have absolutely no fucking idea what the Breakfast Club is or have ever seen it. And it's one of those episodes where it's just like, this episode is for the parents who are watching their kids watch Victorious to watch this and just have that realization, wait a minute, is this a fucking Breakfast Club spoof? and then realize, oh my god, it's a Breakfast Club spoof. Because I remember my mum going through that exact experience when my brother was watching it. Of my mum just laughing at a bunch of bits because they are Breakfast Club jokes, and my brother just not getting it at all. Isn't it? There's like, there's parts of the Breakfast Club, where they just get stoned as shit, and that is represented by them having like hot sauce in the episode. There's talk about like, some of the characters being virgins and stuff like that, so they have sex for the first time. And so that's replaced with characters being vegan and them eating meat for the first time. Find the token! I did find the bonus, yay. But it's the equivalent of like how Pixar movies used to have like a lot of jokes that were very clearly intended for the adults. Like, you go back and watch some Toy Stories or Shreks, and there's a lot of jokes that are just like, these are the jokes for the adults who are taking their kids to watch it. And it's just like, it's that premise, but literally an entire episode of television. Yay! Please tell me that was the one bonus in Webwoods. Yay! That was the one bonus in Webwoods! Let's fucking go! It also makes me realize that maybe this version of the game is better than the SNES version. This Webwoods doesn't ask you to make a nearly frame-perfect barrel blast at the end of the level to get the DK coin, and if you don't get it, you have to redo the entire level. Maybe this is the superior DK2. Maybe this is the better one. Alright, Creepy Crow. No rope climbing? Unfortunately, the first level here ruins that. I was about to say, how am I meant to tell which one's the ghost? Oh, I don't. That concept just isn't here. Do I even... We don't even climb the... Okay. Okay. So not only do we... So we don't have to land on the... We don't have to land on the crow that isn't a ghost to get a barrel. We don't... Oh, we actually do! I was about to say, we don't have to... Oh my god. Okay, fuck off. That wasn't on screen. I was about to say, we don't even have to do, like, the chasing up the main brace. Okay, that part's still there. Crow is so creepy. Yeah, the whole... This is meant to be the ghost of the first boss. Doesn't work as well with the limited color palette of this, does it? Doesn't work quite as well. Ah. Jump, please. Thank you. They should have given it piercing red eyes. Oh, okay. The egg was still bouncing. I didn't think I could grab it. Man, I should be in police academy. Jump! There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. So you have to jump on the egg fast enough to get it to actually, like... Oh, God. Be grabbable. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's dead. We did it! Oh, there's Clover's Kiosk. Columbus Kiosk is straight up just on the overworld. Okay. We found Columbus Kiosk. Alright, I'm gonna save again in case the next one kills me. And then we're gonna funky the flight out of here. Go get that K-roll, he just ain't cool. Fine. I'm pretty sure we did everything in, yeah, we got everything in all the previous levels. Alright, Arctic Abyss! I mean, props to them for being able to get what the visuals are so accurate with the, you know, limited thing that they can do here, that it still looks like this world. Arctic Abyss. I really figured this banana being up here would mean something, but apparently not. No? Okay. Yeah, it is still an on-guard level. Still got banging ice level music. You know it's Yazi because of the faint icicles. Oh my god, it's actually a snow level. Oh, just a cake. Okay. It is really funny in terms of DKC2 how they put, like, the second world is the lava world, and you don't get any ice levels until the quote-unquote final world. Damn, I wonder where Tropical Freeze got the idea. Oh, wait. Spoilers. When we get to it. Why is it as constant bananas in the corners? Why does, like, every corner have a banana in it? I lost track of whether that was critical path or not, I'll be honest. Bananas are in timeout. They're sitting in the corner and thinking about what they done. Not exist enough for the rest of the game to give me a large stockpile of lives. Hey! Hey! I was totally on the right path to kill you. Grr. So there's a path up here. Is this? Oh, that's all that was. It was nothing, it turns out. I'm having a little bit of tiredness in me. Just a little bit of tiredness hitting me. I can feel it. I can feel it. A bit of a tired spell hitting. I can feel it. After I beat this level. Oh, God. After I beat this levels, think I may get up and have a stretch. Try to wake myself up a little bit. Six. Bat 5. Why does that puddle of water exist? That's what I was thinking. I was like, you just jump over that. So I was like, the puddle of water. Oh, in the middle, maybe there's like a bonus barrel, but no. No, the purpose of it was to kill me at the same. Come on! Stab it! Stab it! Bam! There we go. Oh, yeah. Tiredness I can definitely feel. But bat to 4. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I can feel tiredness creeping up, putting its hand on my shoulder. Again. It's alright. We're in the middle of I've got my shit together era. I'll work it out. Oh yeah, speaking of having my shit together era, I'm streaming this like the week after we did the last episode. In fact, we did the last episode of this last Friday, and it's a Tuesday. And I'm doing this. So this isn't a case usually where it's like, oh, it's been a month since I last played this, and now I'm struggling again. I told y'all, I'm on my, I have my shit together era. If there's one thing I'm noticing about my shit, having my shit together era though, it's definitely tiring. It's definitely tiring. I'm definitely like, I can feel the amount of energy it takes to have my shit together. Though that being said, it's this weird balance, it's this weird trade-off, right? Of she has her shit together eras to her. It's this trade-off of like, you know, I'm doing more, like I'm doing all this well, not all the stuff every day. Some day, well, let's be honest, most days stream has gone on too long for me to get everything that I wanted to get done that day because it's just the stream's actually gone on for too long. But you know, I'm doing all the stuff that I like at least have to do every day. It's tiring. It's tiring to get everything done. There's a lot of things to get done as a person in the world. Like if you want to both work full time and then stream full time and then also just like, you know, have your shit together when it comes to like the rest of your life. It takes a lot of work. But there's almost like a trade-off to it. Hey, DK going. Because I'm like a fairly extroverted person in like in the fairly literal sense. Because, you know, I feel like a lot of people will use the terms extroverted and introverted to just mean likes talking to people and doesn't like talking to people. And when I'm using the term, that's not how I'm using it. Back from the feculent soil? Hell yeah. Again, which path is critical and what's the point? Oh, that's why. That's the point. Because there's a bonus there. Find the token. But yeah, when I say I'm extroverted and like talking about that, I mean it in like the literal sense in terms of, you know, the actual intended sense of when I say I'm extroverted, I mean I get social energy from social interactions. The more I socially interact, the more energy I have for social interactions. It's an energizing experience for me where, you know, introvert means, you know, it's a draining experience. You can really like talking to people and want to talk to people a lot, but you know, it drains your social batteries. It makes it harder for you to, like, you know, you get to a point where you're just exhausted and just can't put any more into it. Where for me, I'm very, very much extroverted. So I'm kind of like, I have this thing where it's like, you know, I'm physically exhausted from like, you know, doing all the stuff in one day that I should be doing. But in other ways, I have more energy to do more stuff because I've been consistently streaming. Like at this point, I've been streaming for at least a week straight. I think this is 7 in a row. And I'm noticing that just that a lot, like it's this weird dynamic of like, I feel like physically I have less energy to do stuff because of it. At least the icicles aren't now, jeez. I physically have less energy to do stuff, but I mentally have way more energy to do stuff. because I've streamed for the last 7 days, where, like, you know, for a lot of this year, I've been struggling to stream. And for a lot of this year, it's been, you know, because of injury or illness or work, right? That's been a lot of this year. Not all of it, but it's been a lot of this year that I haven't been streaming anywhere near as much. Oh, I hate verticality in this, because you just can't see shit. Well, still another bonus to get. So let's keep an eye out. But I very much noticed, like, moments earlier this year where I wasn't able to stream, I would be, like, mentally exhausted trying, like, wanting to do anything. Because I wouldn't be streaming, I wouldn't be having, like, I wouldn't be having, like, that big social oomph of, you know, being on camera, talking to and interacting with people and stuff like that. So it'd be like, oh, I'm not streaming today, so I have, like, all of the hours that I would normally stream at home to do something else. And then I'd, like, you know, I'm getting more done in my life. Despite the fact that I'm spending, like, several hours a day streaming. Because it just makes me mentally rejuvenate enough to, like, focus and make it easier to do other things. Fish! Fish everywhere. But yeah. Human body, human brain, fucking weird in terms of just how it works and how incentives for it work and stuff like that. Bizarre organism. Yay, another life! We will need these because later on in this world we're going to have Toxic Tower. So we're gonna fuck. And we'll also need lives. I'm quite enjoying this rendition of this music. I'm stuck again. I'm stuck! Jacket stuck! Please! I beg of you. Jacket stuck. Toxic Tower Arcade, the Labyrinth of the Ancients. No, this one's actually hard. No, this one's actually hard. They're making me sleepy, so chill. Did I have a Labyrinth of the Ancients when I was trying to do my Aether Wells? And just getting Labyrinth of the Ancients and nothing but that over and over again because Aether Well Erase step sucks. Yay, bonus! And having the argument with people of just like, what's the correct way to tank the Bone Dragon? Do you go north? Do you go south? Ah, they're in the shape of DK. All the stars are in the shape of DK. Aw. And it's like, do you tank it north? Do you tank it south? And so the person who was our main tank decided to tank it east. Because fuck it, why not? Let chaos rule the day. And I'm trying to suggest to people that the correct direction to tank Bone Dragon is the direction doesn't matter. As long as you're standing in the poison, it'll give the healer something to do. And people seem pretty on board with that idea. And I'm hoping more of them stick to it. I swear to fucking God, this fucking hedgehog. Yay! Yay! And we got the bonus, and there's immediately a con college! Can you ask Captain K. Rule if he's done his homework? And immediately a con college, let's fucking go. Windy Well! Oh, I'm not gonna get Cannon's Claim music, so who cares? No Cannon's Claim music, so who gives a shit? Oh, wind! I'm honestly shocked this works the way as well as it does. Whee! Whee! Stop! Press the jump button. There we go. Get out of here. Ow. Whee! Bees. You gotta check, because you never know. Whee! Was that a new sprite? This is, yeah, I mean, this is the Windy Well sprite. Seems like the first time they're using it in this, though. This is the sprite they use for Windy Well. Oh, there we go. I was fucking around. But it managed to be correct. There's another barrel. This is a unique type of one of these. I'm shocked I haven't seen this before for like a bonus, like a grab the stars thing. Where the fuck are the others? So, oh my god, there's another one. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of stars to grab. Be very careful to launch upwards. Get as many as we can in one go. No! No! God damn it. A lot of work. They'd never guess a I mean, I wasn't gonna guess a second barrel. Yay! There we go. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. See, when they do, like, new ideas and stuff like that, that's cool. I want to see more of that from this. This game does better when it starts to try and do at least some stuff different from the SNES version. When it's trying to be a direct rehash, it's just like, yeah, it's just worse. But, like, you know, make some cool ideas. You know, do something with it at least. Anything over this way? See, this and now this exact bit is also in the Super Nintendo version, this exact, like, gap between them. Whee! Ow. At least I got the halfway barrel. Hey, that's all the bonuses, at least. Just a DK coin, somewhere. Which, you know, for a level that does this, could be actually literally anywhere. It could also be right here. It could also just be on the critical path. I mean, that's... If it was behind this guy, this would be harder. If it was behind this cannon dude, it would be harder. Because then you'd have to, like, jump behind and then roll into it. Put it there! That's harder to get. You gotta put it there. Okay, well... Now that I know there's no bonuses to get, now it's gonna make this a lot quicker work of this. And you know, despite being another level that's like intensely vertical, this level doesn't seem anywhere near as bad as about like making it so you can't see shit as you're about to come across it. Though probably because the wind moving up stuff is like rather slow, where most other ways in the game ask you to move up, you're jumping up. Fuck. Thank you for the catch, wind. Thank you for the catch, hook. Thank you for the catch, twirl move. Can't wait for Tiny to steal it from you and it becomes a gimmick. Bonk. Wait, oh, Jesus. So that one was mean, because I was jumping up into it. there's the end. Gee, there we go. Yay, and another life. It's really starting to feel like the hardest part of the game was just that one world. It really is starting to feel like Crazy Kremlin was just the hardest part of the game. Dungeon Danger. We have another altered level. Ah, Castle Crush. This would normally be Castle Crush. I guess they can't make the auto-moving floor. So we just have a normal castle level. Thank God they gave this one music. I tried to roll. It didn't go great. Why? I have a question. For God. Why? Oh. And a life. Nice. Ah, that leads back to the start. There we go. That clip is so fucking good. It's so iconic of like, I can't even remember who it is. Because my brain says Smosh, but I could be wrong about that. But I can't remember who it is. It's a great bit of early YouTuberness. No! Oh, gee, oh, no. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. You've really fucked the dog on this one, Rick. Oh, jeez, you've really masturbated all over the part. Oh, jeez, Rick. You've really molested the grandma on this one, Nick. Rick. One of those levels. Smosh so good, I keep forgetting about original Smosh. It has that one girl. That narrows it down. It has that one girl. She was in, she's been in a few Star Kid productions. That being said, I've not actually watched the most, I haven't watched any of like the recent Star Kid actual projects, for a bit. But she played Grace in Nutty Prudes Must Die. And she's awesome in that. And every time I've seen a clip of New Smosh with her in it, it's pretty fucking good. New Smosh is just one of those things though where I find it so bizarre that it exists the way that it does. Because it's like, you know, if you compare what Smosh, like, you know, it's one of the oddities of YouTube, of how YouTube works as like a creative platform compared to so many others. Where it's just like current Smosh has nothing to do with old Smosh. Like old Smosh was like a sketch show. Oh. Did I need invincibility for this? Thanks for the DK coin at least, I guess. And then New Smosh is like a lot of different things, and it's just like, you know, because it's on the same channel, that's like, oh, it's a Smosh thing. I think even like Dan Olsen made a video about like that unique nature of YouTube, where, you know, he has a video that's about like, what is Vsauce? What is Vsauce? And it's just like, well, depending on what you're looking at, Vsauce is a lot of different things. and it's all just part of the one channel. So like all of those things are like valid answers of like eras of what Vsauce is. So there's a cannonball somewhere here. Okay, here we go. Hey Vsauce. Vsauce is Michael here. I gotta say, I actually quite like this level. The earlier parts of falling down all the way to the bottom can be annoying, but like, you know, final worlds, fuck you, it's gonna be harder. The idea of like, you know, because the only canon levels that you get are like 2 vertical auto-scrollers and one that's like all rope-based. So having like a dungeon labyrinth-based castle level like this is pretty fun. I like this. There we go. Yeah, it's one of like the unique elements of YouTube where you can like go back through a person's catalog of so many different things that they've been over time that are all like part of the same channel. Because normally like an individual person's creative work across like multiple projects will be split, you know, into those multiple projects and not, you know, explicitly shown here's one directly after the other. And like reverse chronological order. Bruh! Okay. We are once again running into the issue of, okay, well I literally didn't see that. Okay, I don't need you. Whee! So that being said, you have a look at my channel, and I started with Let's Plays, and now I do Let's Plays, but I stream them at the same time. I was trying to sideways kill you. Am I the weird one for a YouTuber? For the fact that I've never like had any major changes to like the type of things that I do? Am I the weird one? I'm gonna fart on their dicks, I swear to God. Again, I know I mentioned it, I'm pretty sure, the last DK episode that we did. But, again, it's part of the reason why I would like a VTuber side project. Because a VTuber side project for me would be a way to delineate doing different things that aren't just Let's Plays. Googling memes is such a lost cause. The amount of times that I try to find a specific picture of just like, oh, that made me laugh, and then trying to find it again. No, I'll never find it again. I gotta get into a better habit of if I see a picture on the internet, I save it immediately. I steal that shit and say it's fucking mine now. That same cunt! That same cunt, I swear to God! Okay. The hedgehogs don't jump too much into the ropes after them because they will try to be a testicle in your screw. There we go. Bam! There we go. Oh! Okay, this one. There you go. How did I not hit that when I was running about in the corner? How did that? Okay. Okay. Okay, video game. I'm constantly getting stuck to myself. Oh, it's on my arm there. Okay, that's 2 bonuses here. Surely we're bonused out. No, I missed the N. Whee. Consider that a trial run. I'll be honest, I forgot what I said. An amuse-bus if you will. Christ, I don't remember what I said. I don't know what. If you're saying stuff that's in relation to what I said, I don't remember what I said. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. My memory's really bad. Look, I'm literally just here saying shit. I'm literally just out here saying shit. I'm not paying attention to anything that I say. I am literally just out here saying shit. It comes out my mouth, it doesn't go through my brain, and once it leaves here, it's fucking gone from me. Time to get clapped. Me when I walk to the bathroom and I don't have tight underwear on. It doesn't work. You said something that we're going to cancel you for, and I need a notes app apology on my desk by 9. I said something cancelable? Did I? I feel like I'm being trolled here. Oh, hey. I got a K. Then I got a... Why put... I'm just making shit up. Okay, so I'm confused because you're intentionally confusing me. Okay. 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 I'm confused because... Oh, my God. I guess I actually do duck for that one. Why would you put... Why would you put the K and the DK coin, like, literally in the same barrels? Fortunately, there's a life here. Fortunately, there's a life at the start of this level, so... Although, unfortunately for Mikey, there is a life at the beginning of this level. Okay. It's the beginning of the level and I'm already stuck. It's the beginning of the level and I'm already stuck. Jesus, okay. Fucking Christ. Oh, that's still going, okay. Oh, that was all one, okay. So yeah, this is gonna be the turn the lava to ice. Oh, sorry, turn the water to ice gimmick so you can run across it. But there's no fish to eat us, so again, it's just lava. There we go. Oh my God. Oh my God! Arr! Arr! Okay, run. Oh! Okay. Grab that quickly. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my fucking God. This level's stressing me out. Stressing me out. Okay, go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Yeah, there's a different number there. Oh, Jesus. Why'd I bother risking that? Okay, a halfway point. I'll take it. I haven't seen any bonuses yet, but I'm panicking so much that I just want to get through the level. Oh, I bet landing on that would have been a bonus. I bet there may have been a bonus up there. Fun fact, Pot's fate, not doable with just 2 tanks. Really? I kind of figured Pot scaled to like be possible regardless of how many people were there. Oh my god. I didn't realize there was more of that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. There's so many gaps here that I'm just like, are these all kill fat gaps? What's going on here? Good, no, we're doing the dumb beam every time we die. Whee! Yeah, but fortunately for me, that means every time I die, I'm actually getting closer to gaming over. Maybe we can fully looked in, but a guy would have been down to the wire. So, okay. We're at the end of the level. I have found nothing. Oh, I got the DK coin because it was literally at the beginning there. There's a bonus! I got a chance at that at least. Boo! Boo! Can I go back? Can I go back to it? No. No. That is one where you fuck up, you fuck up. You get nothing. Good day to you, sir. Whee! Oh, Gene Wilder. Speaking of Gene Wilder, just randomly, who here is familiar with, like, the Gene Wilder classics that are Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein? Because goddamn are those movies fucking awesome. They're so fucking good. I very much... So me growing up, so much of me growing up, I, like, actively wanted to and chose to just be like, no, I don't want to watch as much, like, I'll watch some of the new stuff, but, like, I want to see what my parents watch as well, you know? I would grow up just being like, no, show me the Star Treks that you're watching. No, show me, like, the Monty Pythons that you're watching. I want to see the stuff that you like as well. So I grew up on, like, a lot of media that came out a fair bit before I was born. And goddamn Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles were absolutely, like, up there for that. Fucking Abby, no. Frau Bruja! Blazing Saddles is just one of those really funny ones. I mean, it's just a very... Yo, that was all the bonuses. Blazing Saddles is just a really funny movie now, though, in, like, modern context. Because you see so many, people would call them conservatives. I'd call them shitheads. So, you know, same diff. I'm just like, oh, you couldn't make Blazing Saddles today. And they think that, like, Blazing Saddles is, like, an anti-woke movie. And I'm just like, so much of Blazing Saddles is hanging shit on racists with a very strong point of being a racist is pretty stupid. Like, there's so much of Blazing Saddles is just racists are idiots. They're just not smart or intelligent people. You couldn't make Blazing Saddles today. People would just say, wait a minute, this is just Blazing Saddles. And then it's like, yeah, but it has the N-word in it. And it's just like, yeah, movies get made today with the N-word in them. Shocker. Ah. No, but white people say it in there. My god. Sorry to bother you as a movie that exists. Like, shut the fuck up. Chainlink Chamber. It's just one of those things where it's like very funny to just see where it's just like, this thing is hanging shit on them, but they don't even realize it's hanging shit on them because they're just like, oh, there's characters in here that, like, I agree with, so therefore it must be on my side. And it's just like, yeah, you're like the characters that they're calling stupid. And it's not even subtle about it. Like, there's a moment, because, like, if you're not familiar with Blazing Saddles, the premise of it is that it's a movie set in the Old West of America. And there's this little town is getting in a new sheriff. And the new sheriff arrives into town, and it is a black man. Hijinks ensue because the town is full of racists. And, like, you know, and Gene Wilder is, like, you know, the assistant to the sheriff. Like, I think he's one of the deputies or something. And, you know, he's trying to, like, help the new sheriff, like, you know, get accustomed to that. And there's, like, literally an entire moment where, like, you know, the sheriff is, like, you know, a bit upset, you know, because of, you know, the way that people are treating him and everything like that. And he's just like, you gotta remember, and Jim Wilder says something, like, you gotta remember that these people are the common folk of America, the common clay, the working class, the field workers and everything like that. You know, morons. Well, they're explicitly called out as being idiots. But no, a white person says the N-word in it and is rude to a black person, so therefore, movie's on my side. The Shanling Chamber is somehow more of a maze than the actual other maze level that we had here? Wow. Wow. But it's a very good movie. It's a very good movie. And things like, it doesn't, in terms of like being respectful, it is not a movie that holds up perfectly. Like, it is not. It definitely has its problematic moments. Not even just in terms of like, oh, does it, like, is it problematic towards the black character for it? And that I don't remember off the top of my head. But like, you know, there's scenes with Mexicans in it that's not the most, you know, enlightening. The entire end joke is a joke about gay people, and it's not exactly the most enlightening either, but you know. Boom, boom. They see any representation, they bigotry think it's positive because it exists. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. I was about to say, is that hook gonna come back at me? I was gonna say one of these is gonna have a second. There we go! I knew it. I knew it. Collect the stars. They are loving these labyrinthine, there's stars everywhere shit grab. They're really liking this. I don't think I'm gonna complete this one. Oh my god. This is the bonus levels from the fucking DKC 1 for grabbing extra lives. That's what that is. Oh, thank god, it just put... Wow, a bonus in Lands 2 that actually just puts you next to the bonus if you fail it, so you can instantly retry? I didn't realize it was possible. Oh my god. But also Young Frankenstein. Also Young Frankenstein is a good movie. That movie's just like a Frankenstein. Where? Where? Where's the coin? Guy for this game, where's the trap? That's where the trap is. The trap is, I don't know where the fucking coin spawned. The trap is, where the fuck did the coin go? What? Huh? Does it appear at the start because they expect you to like double back? Why is it there? Why is it in the middle at the bottom? What? What the? What the fuck? But yeah, Young Frankenstein's just a Frankenstein spoof. Still very funny, still very good, but it's a Frankenstein spoof. You know, watching those movies, watching like stuff like I mean the obvious one, like, you know, Willy Wonka and stuff growing up, but like very much like put like Gene Wilder as one of my favorite actors. Another one of my favorite actors from watching movies when I was growing up is from my parents' era is very much Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor is very much up there as well as one of my favorite like comic actors, but also just actors in general. I don't know, but I don't know if it would still be the case, but I very much like Brewster's Millions was a movie I watched a lot when I was young because it was one of my mom's favorite movies and stuff like that. Yo, DK coin! Hidden in the exact same kind of idea as the last bonus of it's behind and it seems like they can't once again do the trick of all of them of like, you know, you jump on the ropes and the bees follow you up, so they just have to like put them around. Oh god. Oh god. Still a bonus lookout for on the level though. Still a bonus lookout for on the level. 4. Yay, 5! I feel like some of my tastes lean into a big part of like why I feel older than I am. Like just compared to people my age. Cause like, you know, I'm in my 30s. But I feel like compared to a lot of other people in their 30s, I have a lot more likes for like a lot of older stuff compared to other people who are in my same age demographic. No, there was a DK bar right there. I mean, a big part of that is also just being a metalhead. Being a metalhead also just means that there's like, you know, a big history of older music that I listen to. I mean, like, you know, obviously being a millennial, a lot of millennials are like, you know, a bit in the past when it comes to their music preferences of like a lot of millennials just being like, oh, my favorite music is insert band from like late 90s, 2000s, 2010, like early 2010s and stuff like that, right? And like I still have a quite a preference for a lot of those bands as well, but also just being a metalhead, it's just like, yeah, there's bands from like this like 70s and 80s and stuff that I'll still listen to on a very, very frequent basis and stuff like that. Go away. Go away. There we go. So what's up the other side then? Okay, so that seems to be a critical path. Evil B plays with. Really mean. So what's up here then? How did it touch me as it turned away from me? How did it touch me as it turned away from me? Its stinger pointed backwards further? What the hell? God damn it. I mean, I guess this, in terms of like me talking about, oh, my preference and tastes of like, you know, some older stuff, I'm literally here, there's Bonus Barrel. I'm literally here streaming a Game Boy game, aren't I? Here's my here's me liking older stuff. I'm literally playing fucking Game Boy game on stream. So I guess that's enough. I guess that's enough evidence. Oh, getting that bonus. Okay, getting that bonus skips you to the other side where progression is. Okay, that's nice. Once again, this game being nice. I don't trust it. Fuck a penis. We're not this way. It's just the end. Okay. For all those letters that I have. Okay. I'm gonna do what I should have done a long time ago. Kill you so I can go up this way. This is why I have trust issues with this game. Verticality. When the game asks you to go up with any amount of speed, the game is ready to punish you for doing what it asks you to do. Fucking, oh my god! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it, for fuck's sakes! Oh my god. Such an ass. Okay, follow the bananas. I got all the bonuses. Again, this isn't as bad as what Crazy Kremlin was doing to me. This is nowhere near as bad as how much I was getting fucked up in Crazy Kremlins. I think it's just because I still have the memories of Crazy Kremlin so recent in my brain that any amount of infraction stands out to me so strongly. Did his pinky finger touch you? I think what happened is as they swing down towards you, they have their arms up, and I think Dixie just got a whiff, and that was enough to fucking kill her. Cause I don't know what the other option is. I don't know what the hell else happened. Again, I don't think that's how normally the hitboxes work in this game. I'm not even getting sound effects for killing them anymore. Okay, I'm pretty sure the next one was on the left again. It just comes sliding at you from off screen. It's such a bastard. It's such a bastard. Do you remember what side it was on? Okay, it's this way. Every fucking banana I can. Why? Why did that not kill? Okay, this level's mean. This level's getting mean again. This one's being mean. All of these lives down the fucking drain right before we go into Toxic Tower. The next level is Toxic Tower, and this is when we start losing all the lives? Come on. I worked so hard to accumulate the 7 that I had at one point. That's the difference of this game. The fact that, like, I had 7 lives, and I'm just like, oh, I've got a decent amount of lives to, like, play around with. Things I've never said before in a fucking Donkey Kong game. Come on. Desperately hoping with every fiber of my being that Land 3 is not like this. Make Land 3 really easy. Why? Why does it sometimes not kill them? Why does moving into them sideways not kill them sometimes? Why do sometimes I get injured? What's the rule? That's what I was hearing. I was hearing the cannon sounds. It is very K rule. Why does it? What is going on? What's the consistency? What is the rule of move sideways into them kills them? What's the determining factor here? I'm not seeing anything that's consistent. I thought it was them, or maybe they're sliding down, they got their arms out so it hurts. You have to wait for them to start climbing back up. No, that motherfucker's climbing back and he still hurt me. Top or bottom half, I guess? But that feels mean. Oh, so it probably is that, huh? So it probably is that. So we're gonna go like early to hit them? I guess? Maybe? Whoever's higher is hitting, maybe? I guess so. I guess so? That feels a weird way to do hitboxes, but I guess? Meanwhile, this is the game that we're playing. Slide down from above? Possibly. Well, I don't need to kill that one. What the fuck? How? 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 What the hell? Come on. Single life gaming? It's gaming. Of course it's single life. Ayo! Speaking of being single, I know it's like, especially for like women content creators and women streamers and stuff like that. I see like a lot of people get surprised of like content creators being single. Like, you know, they'll see a VTuber who's a girl and she's like funny, smart, and like and everything like that. And then it's like, how are you single? And it's just like, you're watching them be a VTuber. When would they have the time? When would they have the time today? I think it was Liz, like from HoloLive. I think she literally said that. Like someone asked her where it's just like, do you date? How often do you go on dates or something like that? And she was just like, do I have the time? And she's like, I'm either working or I'm like with friends or family. That's like all I do. You see that I'm online like 8 hours a day, like most days of the week. And then that's not all the work that I do because I have the other things to plan outside. Like, with what time? I think there's also an element that is just like, but you are girl. How girl if single? Okay. Where the fuck? Oh, it's a beat. Okay, I can dodge that around. But you are girl and you are pretty. How single? How single if girl? Move up. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. This level is going to give me claustrophobia. I'm going to develop claustrophobia because of this level. You know what I'm gonna do if I die again? I'm gonna go and save it. So at least if I game over and I have to restart from the beginning, I don't have to worry about the bonuses again. But don't get me wrong, like when it comes to like women content creators and talking about them being single, I'm sure some of them are like, you know, just aren't admitting that they are dating. Not because they're trying to be manipulative, but just like, you know, men on the internet get fucking weird when they find out that a woman is dating someone who isn't them. So I'm sure there's some of them who are in relationships and they and they just don't tell people because they don't want people to be weird around it. I'm sure, yeah, especially with like, yeah, like, is there a single person in HoloLive who says that they are in a relationship? I don't think so. Like for the women, I don't know of any women in HoloLive who say they're in a relationship. Statistically speaking, that's probably not reasonable. It's probably not reasonable that there are literally no people among the women of HoloLive who are single. Who aren't dating. I don't know how to kill them. I'm just gonna try and dodge. So, like, I totally get, like, if they're just not telling because, you know, they don't want people to be weird about it. But I also don't think it's that surprising that some of them aren't dating just because, you know, classic thing of just like, you know, I have a choice of like like do a bunch, like work on my work career or work on or like have relationships. And it's like, you know, I'll prioritize one while I'm younger. Let's fucking go! Oh, oh my god. Chat, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Chat, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. At least I can say. I wouldn't be surprised if Nimi was given how she got married soon after. Yeah. Yeah, like like Nimi leaves Hololive, is married within like a year of being an independent VTuber. And it's like, yeah, she was probably dating for a while in there. Honestly, I wonder how much that had a decision of her not being there. Of just being like, I want to be able to be honest about my relationship. And I don't think Hololive would prevent you from like telling people that you're in a relationship, but they would probably advise against it just because of the fan response. Whereas going independent probably have a more reasonable fan base because the idol aspect is significantly lower. Chat, I don't want to do this. Chat, I don't want to fucking do this. Chat, I don't want to do this. We're starting with Squitter? What? What? We're starting with Squitter? Huh? What? Well, this is a way of making this feel different. Okay. I don't even know where to go from there. I don't even see where to go from there. Oh my god. It's not that bad because this just means that we get lives back because because we're gaming over. Just add another game over to the very long tally of game overs that we have. I feel we're gonna game over a lot here, so I will create a suspend point here. This isn't going to make anything easier. It's just gonna make it so when I game over again, I don't have to go through the menu. That's all that's gonna do. Back to 4. Because that's the worry of going through this and then getting to like a halfway point and then having fuck off. Oh, I love the lag that I'm dealing with here. Oh, yeah, yes. Yes, this makes it so easy. Oh my god, you actually have to do super bounces? Ah! 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 Oh my god. I got a bonus! I died on the bonus! That was one of the mean parts about Toxic Tower before, is having to do the super bounces with the snake. Feels bizarre. Oh my god. There's another Toxic Tower in my life now. There's another Toxic Tower in my life. I'm not a fan of this. And it changes up. It's different enough that I even start with a different animal. Like, what the hell? So where the fuck was that bonus? Okay, there's a coin there. What is that? That's just a different pathway there, I guess. Okay. Okay, bonus is just there. Oh, it's a tower. Loves me. Well, unfortunately, it feels like a toxic relationship. Chat, I'm panicking. Chat, I'm scared. Oh, I got a shortcut and I fucked it up. Come on, Snake! I need you to not be on ice skates! Oh my god! Stop it! Did I jump off the toxic? I jumped off the toxic just then, right? Right! That wasn't just my imagination. It looked like I actually bounced on the toxic. I thought it looked like to me. This snake is so fucking slippery. At least that's the only bonus. So there's a DK coin somewhere, but that's the only bonus at the very least. So it's cursing everyone with slippery shoes. Ugh. Oh, there's a life. Okay. If I don't get the bonus, I can get that life at least. Okay. Ugh. 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 Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! These jumps are too narrow for this shit. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Stop it! Fucking. Oh my god. Ah! 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 This fucking snake. This fucking snake. I swear to god. This snake is driving me badonkers. So that's why every level in the game looks like a snow level. Because every level in the game has fucking ice physics. That's why. Oh. Oh, I get it now. I get it. It cracks the code. Huh. Huh. Okay. Huh. Huh. That's just for an O? Oh my god. I kind of figured because it was telling me to go that way and there was more stuff over there, that would be the DK code. For fuck's sakes! Shit, I don't want to die. Halfway barrel, okay. I'm panicking, I'm panicking, I'm panicking. Give me the bud. There is not normally that much normal platforming in Toxic Tower. They added a lot of normal platforming to Toxic Tower. Why would they do this? It says up. Ah! Chat, I'm losing my mind here. Chat, I'm losing my fucking mind here. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. A different version of a Toxic Tower to like tackle and like overcome. Okay. Fuck me, I guess. That's not what I wanted. Why don't you hide the DK coin? No, okay. Okay, thank god. I'm panicking so much. In case that's not obvious by my rapid breathing and facial emotions. Panicking a little bit. Just a little bit. Anakin, stop panicking. I don't have a Anakin. Where the fuck's the DK coin? Why would you do this? Oh my god, big bonuses. Woo! Okay. Where the fuck's the DK coin though? Where the fuck is the DK coin? I'm looking it up. I'm sorry, I'm looking it up. I don't want to go through that again while having to think. I don't want to have to think while doing that again. Please tell me it's before. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I see where it is. Okay, it's in the snake section. The part where I was bitching about the ice, you have to go to the left of that. Okay. Okay. The thing where it's like the small boxes on top of each other, it's to the left of that. Which, the gaps look really big, I'll be honest. So it's a little worrying. Oh my god. I didn't think I'd actually find a Toxic Tower harder than the SNES one. But this one is. These jumps are harder. Like, relatively speaking, the jumps that you do in the SNES one for the snake, you're just like bouncing like left or right on bees. Where this is like weird, like it's over this side, by the way. It's over there. Or like you're doing like these weird jumps in between these platforms. There it is. There we go. Wait. Say 33. There we go. Okay, no. There we go. Yay! Yeah. Could I have found that by looking? Probably, because it was like just over there. Did I want to though? No. Because it could have been anywhere. It could have been anywhere. Alright. Chat, are you ready for the incredibly hard boss this is going to be? What if they actually put a boss here? What if there's actually a boss here? What if they're actually dicks and they actually put a boss in this version of the game as well? Oh my god, TK! Oh, they took him away! Flying crook time. Donkey Kong! Oh, no, not Screech's Sprint. Oh, now we have to do Screech's Sprint. This day keeps getting worse. This day keeps getting worse. Now I have to do Screech's Sprint. Is this going to be an actual race? Is there stuff down there or is that death? It's hard to tell. See, the Bramble levels were the evil ones in Crazy Kremland. Just having one last one. There's a bonus. Okay. Bonus at least is just there. Whoop. Where's the B? No, nothing there. Really? Does he have chiptune Sticker Press Symphony? At least we have that. Wait, grab this first. No! No! At least it's an easy bonus to just keep trying over and over and over again. At least there's that. At least there's that. I think I made the exact same mistake twice in a row. No, stop it. What if I just drop down? That'll be faster. Ah! That's a tight gap to get through. That is tight. No, don't bounce that and hit the brambles at the top. Don't do it. I know you want to. Where are you gonna go? Spin button. 10 lives, by the way. It's the highest we've had in a long, long time. Somehow, despite how many times I died on Toxic Tower, at least it was a good life farm. At least it... That counts. At least it was a decent life farm. Glad I'm not losing... I'm so grateful I don't lose lives every time I fail a bonus, though. Jesus Christ. Thank God this doesn't cost lives. I don't know if I can glide between those. Not in the sense of it's impossible, I mean in terms of me doing it. In terms of me doing it specifically. I mean. Don't. Whee! Wait for it. There we go. Just gotta be patient on that one jump and it's fine. Okay, okay. And now we have the exact same kind of jump here. I'll try again. Oh. Oh. Yay, that's the one bonus. Yay, that's the only bonus. Let's go. Nope, not that way. Stop. What? Yeah, what? Wah! Wah! Okay. Whatever. What? Oh, come on. Keep being surprised by the hitboxes in this game somehow. Whee! Don't you dare. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Whoa! Throw the needle. Okay. Connect. Thank you. Kept pressing right and just wouldn't grab onto this rope. Okay. Not sure why those are there then. Ah, for that guy to be a dick. That's why. All these little gaps here, but what if they're things though? What if they're things? What if they're things? There could be things. Oh. Alrighty. Wow, the race is actually here. Wow, there actually is a race. Wow. I kinda didn't expect the Game Boy to have the tech to do this. Yeah, I really didn't think that they would have the tech to actually be able to do that. I'm impressed. Oh, there's coins there. I should probably grab those because I will want to save after we beat this level. Because who knows how many lives it's going to take to defeat K-Rool. Oh. Jesus. Oh god. Okay, there was another path up there. I swear I saw. Ah, okay, perfect. Got it. I was gonna say, if it's gonna be the race, there's gonna be the DK coin somewhere in the race that you just gotta go against where you have to go. And I'm glad that the first spot that I tried was the right one. No! 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 Oh, that was my first coin, so yeah, definitely we need coins. Yeah, I didn't actually think the race would be here. I kind of think that would be too difficult for the Game Boy to actually process, but damn. It's one of those things where it's like, that's like the impressive thing about this version of the game. It's like, it's impressive because they're able to get it to like actually work at all. No! Oh! Ugh. Okay, grab one more coin at least. That gives me enough to save. No. So until the DK barrel. This entire section. The issue here is just the way that Squawks like accelerates and decelerates in this version of the game is so bizarre. Because it feels like shooting an egg kind of gives him a burst of momentum. That doesn't feel appropriate. Well, I don't feel like I have much consistent speed if I'm having to attack. Oh my god. Well, it's gonna go down when you got bees here. Oh. No! Chat, I'm panicking. At least thankfully the arrows or bananas that show you where to go. We're getting some of our lives back. No, for every like 3 deaths, I'm getting 1 life back, so. Much more attempts at this than what it would otherwise seem like, maybe. Well, I might as well grab that. It's gonna be right there. I feel like the hitbox of the bottom brambles is so huge. No! It's like I fired the egg so to hit it, but then I like accelerated towards it because I did that. It's bizarre. It's a bizarre feeling. Okay. I decided, again, I didn't think Lands 2 would be the game where I'd have to, like, super lock in. It's also an element of, because it's like, you know, a linear platformer that you just do one level after the other, I don't want to have to, like, come back through half of the fucking game to get bonuses as well. So I gotta like lock in and try to do as much as I can while also trying to find every bonus that I can. Whereas, you know, something like DK64, right? But that being like an open world, like collectathon platformer kind of thing. If I can't get everything immediately, I'll just be like, fuck it, I can come back to it later. This is open, it's meant to be like, you know, do things in whatever order. If I'm having trouble with something, I can say, fuck it, I'll come back later and try again. Let me do some other stuff first. I don't really have that option, eh? If I'm stuck on something, no, I just gotta lock in and actually do it. Where's the G? Oh my god. Let's go! Let's go! We screeched the sprint. Woo! And now we can save it with that banked. And now... Oh yeah, I didn't need coins for the first save anyways. Can we beat K. Rool with 7 lives? I mean, it doesn't really matter if we can't because, like, you know, there's no checkpoints or anything, so we're just gonna beat him, but, you know. Oh, cracking on my knees. All of my knees, all 6 of them. And all 2 of my necks. Alrighty. K. Rool Duel. How much is this going to be like the SNES version? And how wildly different will it get? Oh my god, we're not even on the airship, it's castle themed again. It's castle themed again. Okay. That feels aggressive. Okay, so it's this. Yeah, it's very similar. A much smaller room. The room's a lot smaller. The room seems a lot smaller. Oh my god, no. Wow. Yo, they do the same. Yeah, they do the same thing where you get DK barrels after each phase. Let's go. Oh god. Okay, this is the same. Yeah. The above and below ones. I don't know if you had to strictly duck under any of those, but hey. Whee! Why? Fast! So fast! Oh no. I feel like trying to get around those bouncing ones when we have approximately 6 inches of space to work with is gonna be hard. Ugh. Bah. I remember the lands one where he was just like running at me super fast. Well, the whole gimmick of the land fight was just him running super fast. How much of a nightmare that got to be. Ow. Ugh. No! Oh god. Fast? Yep. Okay. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. Really? That's it? No gas flask? How many times did he explode? That was it! That was like 5 hits compared to the 9 it was before. That was a lot easier. That was so much easier. Okay. Wow. Look, we're second. We're at 34 coins. Yay. We have credits. The good guys. Diddy. Yo, we did it. We beat Donkey Kong Land 2. Guys must be too much for the GB to handle. I won. I mean, we still got the post game to do, but you know, we did it. Rambo. Squawks. Yeah, my opinion on this game is definitely what I thought it was before. It's pretty impressive that they were able to get a game as close to the SNES version as they did on the Game Boy, the original first Game Boy. It is impressive that this feels as similar to the SNES version as it does. But I prefer the approach that Land 1 took of being a unique game. Because this is just DKC 2, but not as good. Like, it's so aggressively similar. Like, the level layouts are different, but the concept and theme is very, very, very similar. And, like, you know, there's like 2 levels that are like completely brand new unique here because they couldn't replicate it here. And like one of those is like the roller coaster level that was just a way easier version. Though I will say the Dungeon Danger one, instead of Castle Crush, just being like a labyrinth, that was fun. That was like a cool, like, unique version of it. But yeah, it's just like, you know, it doesn't feel as good to play as the SNES version. It's, you know, it's meaner than it because just you have nowhere near as much screen space to operate with, so stuff jumps out at you a lot more. Again, it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm impressed by it, and I don't think it's horrible. It's a bit mean-spirited though. But again, like, Land 1 sticks out more in my mind for being, oh, let's make a game that feels like Donkey Kong Country, but is like a new thing. And the fact that, again, like, Land 1 goes to the construction side. It has, like, you know, callbacks to the arcade Donkey Kong by having the final world be in the construction side. Like, that's cool. That's a cool thing that, like, doesn't exist in Land 1. It's interesting because we'll see what Land 3's approach is. Because I know what Land 3's approach is. Which, to spoil it for you now, is basically a middle ground between the two. But in terms of full-on execution, in terms of all the levels, I don't know. I know the general concept is kind of a middle ground between what this one did and what the Land 1 did. But yeah. I mean, like, you know, it's the kind of thing where it's like, you know, if I played this when I was a kid, if I was a kid who had a Game Boy and I didn't have a Super Nintendo, this is Swanky's theme. Oh no, this is the bonus room thing. It's just very similar to Swanky's music. Put Swanky in the game so I can get lives, you cowards. Like, if I was a kid and I got this version of the game because I didn't have a Super Nintendo, I'd be happy. Because, like, yo, I get to play Donkey Kong and stuff like that. And, you know, playing it this far into the future, again, my main takeaway from it is appreciating what they were able to do as, like, a demake port. But I don't, like, enjoy the experience or be like, oh yeah, this was, like, a solid game that, like, held up really well. The way that I do for Land 1. Because it just feels like a more mean-spirited country 2. We did it! We did it! So before we finish, we do have to go to Clubber's Kiosk. And we need to actually properly beat the game. Before we go to Clubber's Kiosk, I'm going to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to go to the bathroom. We will come back and go through the bonus world. Oh dear God, that means that this will have animal antics. Oh no, what the hell is this game's version of animal antics? That terrifies me. But we'll find out soon. I'm going to go bathroom first. I'm back. And we are back. Welcome to Clubber's Kiosk. So what's going to do is he's going to, like, take all our coins so we go one level at a time. How does this work? Let's see your silver, your flea bags. Pay up. Oh. Oh, well, that's a different way of doing it. Oh, okay. You just need all of them and he just takes them all at once. No unlocking them piecemeal or choosing which ones. No, just the entire thing at once. Just the entire thing at once, that's it. Okay. And now we're here. Welcome to Jungle Jinx. It is the Lost World music. It is the Lost World music. This is not the music for Jungle Jinx! Where's my jungle beats? Where's my jungle beats? I guess the question for this is also, will this do the same thing as the Super Nintendo version of there is one bonus? That bonus contains the DK. Beats and replace with Symphony instead. Okay. How would I get onto that if I didn't have the barrel guy? I'm unsure. Nice. Oh. I found a hidden K cave. And a bonus! And I found a bonus. Find the token! Yeah, it's just DK coins, yeah. Yeah, so it's just, it's similar where there's a bonus and it has a DK coin. Okay. It works the same. I mean, it makes sense because we had to pay all of our Chrome coins at once. So, gonna have a guess. Gonna have a guess here. Couldn't get tires working on the Game Boy? Couldn't get giant tires to bounce on to work on the Game Boy? Not feasible? It seems to be the case. Seems to be the case. So many clobbers here, you think this level is Clobber Carnage? Ow. Ow. Ooh. Whee! Oh god. Hungry little chompies. They bit me. What am I referencing when I say hungry little chompies? If you know the answer, text it to 555. No. And 4 lives. So that's the real question that everyone is quivering their penis points about asking. That game series that I made a reference to by saying the phrase hungry little chompies, why is there a B under the bridge? When do I do a full OP of that series? When do I do a full OP of that series? That was pretty simple. Hey, and Kong College immediately. Nice. Hello, dearies. Black Ice Battle, here we go. And yeah, we are just going around doing them one by one at a time. Like immediately getting Black Ice Battle vibes of the weird angular ice. Alright, the lines are closed. No longer accepting any texts. Hungry little chompies. That is a reference to Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. That is a Skylanders Spyro's Adventure reference. The basic enemy in that game is called Chompies. And so when you're in the first level, you're told about them and they tell you, and they call them hungry little chompies. That doesn't look black to me. To be fair, it doesn't look black in the SNES version either. I swear to God, can only Dixie make this? Or is there another hook? There's another hook! Okay, thank God. God, these bonuses aren't hard to find at least. At least the bonuses aren't hard to find. Whee! Da, 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 da. Oh god, oh god. Yay! Yay! I played a lot of Skylanders when I was, well, at whatever age Skylanders was coming out. Because when Skylanders was coming out, my brother was at the perfect target demographic age. Like, my brother was in primary school. So my brother was like, you know, Skylanders, you know, they're the first, like, one of the first big, like, NFC, like, you know, Amiibo, Disney Infinity kind of things. And my brother was, like, at the perfect age for those. So, like, my brother actually fell into the use case of, like, you know, the things that people would say of, oh, justify, why do you have to pay money to get a character that's already, like, loaded into the game? Isn't that just, like, very expensive DLC to do that? My brother fell into the actual target demographic of he would actually be the user who would, like, play the game by playing, like, Skylanders and putting, you know, the figures on the portal and playing that. But he would also actually play with the figurines. He would play with the figurines just in his own time playing with them. And he'd take the figurines to his friend's house and play with them, both in the Skylanders game and just, like, you know, as actual toys. So, yeah, so for the first 3 games, my brother was in that age demographic and actually did that. But we never got the 4th game. So we had Spyro's Adventure, Giant, and then Swap Force. Skylanders, so we played Giant, Swap Force, whatever the 4th one was called, and Superchargers. Trap Team. Trap Team's 4th one. That was the one that we didn't get. Toys you can put into the video game. So that's the thing, like, for my brother, that was the cool thing, where it's just like, I play with the toy, and then I put the toy on there, and it appears in the video game. Wow. And so, again, for my brother, it was perfect. Good Donkey Kong Skylander into the Legacy. I was considering it. I was considering it. But I figured Skylanders doesn't count enough as a platformer. I was considering it, but yeah, it's not, yeah. Wish we had the Bowser Skylander though, because it is cool. Yeah, because you get Superchargers, and that's the one that has Donkey Kong and Bowser, and they function as both Amiibos and Skylanders. You, like, rotate the bottom and it turns it from a Skylander to an Amiibo. And then there was another one. There was another one other than, like, Superchargers. And what was the other one? Imaginators, I think it was. I think Imaginators was the final one. Yeah, Imaginators, yeah. And that's when the series stopped. The thing is, like, for the games, like, you know, for what the games are for Skylanders, because, you know, a lot, yeah, you create your own. Like, you put a little, like, piece on there and you can, like mix a bunch of parts and create your own. Fiery Furnace, by the way. The gimmick where, like, you, normally the gimmick for Fiery Furnace is you move the barrels yourself, but I guess they can't do that here, so it's, again, just a, normal, level. a normal barrel level. But, yeah, Skylanders as a game, it's basically kids' first beat 'em up. Like, that's the general premise. If you've ever played Pokemon Rumble, or any of the Pokemon Rumble games, I'd say, like, a bit more advanced than that. That's kind of where you put in the Skylanders gameplay. You run around in a level, you've got, like, 2 attack buttons, different combinations of, like, how you do those or how you press them will do different attacks. Buy upgrades to make them do more powerful things. Solve like, light puzzles as you go through levels. Find secrets by finding things like that. And then the big feature was just, like, you know, obviously your different characters have different, like, buy different characters and they have different attacks. But there was also, like, you know, every character had, like, an element to them. So if you were in an area, like, every area of the game had, like, oh, this element is stronger here. So if you use this character, it'll do more damage. And then you'd have straight up gates where it's just like, you need a character of this element to even access this area. So it was like, you start, like, for the first game of Spyro's Adventure, you started with, like, 3 characters. So you could, you had 3 elements. There was 8 elements in the game. So there would be, like, 5 types of gates that you couldn't even open without buying more Skylanders. If Lavin back then, Bob, periodically, I would have asked what fire. This one. This one. I did have someone compliment my name today. Felt very good. Training someone for Lotto at work. We're a registered training outlet, so when a store gets Lotto for the first time, Lotto will send them to us to do like a week of on-the-job training, so they're ready to sell it at their store, because the machines are decently complicated, and more importantly, customers who buy Lotto tickets are confusing to serve because they don't know what they're after and what they're doing. But the shirts that I wear to work right now, I just so I can wear big ass comfy shirts so I don't have to think about it. Really? This is what you're doing for Fiery Furnace? We're just doing the balloon ride again? Okay. Okay, sure. Sure. This is the Fiery Furnace I remember. But yeah, the shirts that I wear to work right now, just so I can wear big ass loose shirts to work. I bought a bunch of shirts that are just like really big and nice and comfortable from our Redbubble. It was like, you know, you buy like their more expensive shirt option, and it's just like a nice comfy shirt. More comfortable than just like any basic shirt I can buy at like any normal clothing store. But I got a bunch of them that are like nice and big, but they've all got my like logo on them. The symbol, the flaming heart. Some streams you might have noticed that, like my shirt that has the flaming heart on it. So I've just been wearing that shirt. And Squidder's here. This is just every lava level combined. This is just every lava level combined. I guess that's to say you have to have Squidder, so go back and get Squidder, dumbass. But damn it. So I'm wearing that shirt, and then you know, I was with her yesterday, and she like learned my name yesterday, and then today she noticed. She's like, oh, I noticed, like, you know, your little heart tattoo that you've got there. That's like the picture that you've got on your shirt, and also like it's it's burning. And that's when I told her, it's like, yeah, it's for me because, you know, it's like my name. it's like my name. It's a heart that's on fire. It's a Fire Valentine. And she was just like, that's really cool. And I'm like, yeah, it is. So where was, okay, so we're still looking for the bonus here. So like, where are ya? Any level with Squidder in this game, and I'm worried about where the bonus is, because they could hide it fucking anywhere. It's your name, Heartburn. I found the end. It was one of those things where like, damn, my name's cool. I think we actually 1% Giants, not counting heroic challenges. Well, so that's the thing that's fucked up about my brain, though, isn't it? If I wanted to like, if I wanted to say I'm going to let's play the Skylanders games, I'd want to 100% it, including the heroic challenges. And I shouldn't do that. Because that's a bad thing to do. If you're not sure what we are referring to, heroic challenges in Skylanders is I don't know how many games they exist in. At least in the first 2. But when you first tap on a Skylander onto the portal, it also unlocks a little trial challenge. Yeah, it requires every Skylander, yeah. Yeah, every Skylander that you pop onto the portal will unlock what's called a heroic challenge. And it's unique for every Skylander. And basically, when you complete that challenge as a character, like that figure, when you complete a challenge with a figure, that figure then gets like stat boost. And it's not just, oh, there's the bonus. The stat boost isn't just for like, oh, I had Trigger Happy and I did the Trigger Happy challenge as Trigger Happy, so Trigger Happy gets a bonus. No, you can go through like with one Skylander and do every heroic challenge with that one Skylander, and then they just get like a massive stat boost. Which also is funny because the stat boosts are saved to the figure, it also means that you can carry over those stat boosts into future Skylanders games. Which is part of the reason why I'd want to do it. Like go through the Skylanders games and like 100% them. Because I'd like want to take one particular figure that we do every like challenge in every game with to just get like one figure that's incredibly overpowered by just getting as many stat boosts across as many different games as possible. That's neat. It's like, it's one of the few things where it's just like, that kind of justifies the concept of the figures, isn't it? You finally got a quadrant carrot, hell yeah. It's one of the few, did Nintendo ever do something like that with amiibos? Not to that extent, no. Like most amiibos are just unlocks. I think the most any amiibos do is Sakurai games, where you can like level them up and like train them. And I think if you trained like an amiibo in Smash 4, it would carry over its levels into Smash 5. But that's like a very simple process of just like, you fight with it, and then over time it'll get stronger. Where was the bonus barrel? Oh, I thought it was somewhere here. Where was didn't I see the bonus barrel here somewhere? Oh no, it's on the barrel blasting section. I just with actual more cosmetics, so you didn't have to wear the same hat for best stats. Yeah, there's also hats to unlock in the game. And hats give you like stats as well. Can you carry hats from one game to the next? That I can't remember. No. I don't remember if hats carry over from one game to the other. Because like hats are saved on your save file. But like which hat your Skylander is wearing is saved to the figure. So I can't remember there's like, oh, there's a good hat in like the first game you can carry over into the next game. I also don't know how far that system goes of like being able to carry over like things from Skylanders from one game to the next. Maybe then again, since maybe not, since I think they change per game. Yeah, the hats may change per game, so I'm not certain. I'm not as confident with that one. But yeah, the fact that like you could level up a Skylander, you could get stat bonuses in one game and then carry over to the next, is one of the things where it's just like, that kind of justifies the concepts of Skylanders a bit more, where it's just like, you know, I put all my work into making my Trigger Happy really powerful, and now I can use my super powerful Trigger Happy in the next game kind of thing. If they don't, the stats most likely do. I know the stats carried over at least into Giant, from like Adventure to Giants. I know that did, because I did that. But yeah. Part of me wants to, just for the sake of like exploring video game history in that era and justifying the hundreds of dollars that I spent on it, I kind of would like to do a full playthrough of all the Skylanders games with all of the figures. I would like to do that at least once, to just be like, here's my collection of them, here's my justification of buying them all, we're doing a whole thing. And I'm gonna take like one Skylander through all the games and like make a super powerful one. If I was gonna do that with any character, it'd be Trigger Happy. Because I remember some hats were nerfed between games to make room for the new hats, that makes sense. Oh! Actually, no, I know why I'd have to use Trigger Happy. I remember one of the details about Trigger Happy. Because there was a moment where you could get, I can't... Video game, what are you doing to me? How am I meant to do this? I literally can't... Camera! I literally can't see the next barrel. Fucking Christ. Whatever. Pick a god and pray. Okay, I can roll into that. I can roll jump into that at least. There, I got a life from that. Yay. Oh my, yeah, they really are bringing over every gimmick from the lava levels into this. Oh my god. Who are the crockheads? Boo. But I remember one detail. Oh my god, is this a life farm? Oh my god, it's a life farm. Let's go. Let's go. But I know why I'd have to use Trigger Happy if I wanted to go through every game and make a super powerful Skylander. So brand new Skylanders can't be used in the old games. You know, the Skylander first premiered with Giants, the second game. You can't take that Skylander back into Spyro's Adventure. You know, the game was made without it, and this was like, you know, the era of the 360, PS3, Wii, and stuff like that, you know. The update technology, well, you weren't gonna... Sure as you weren't gonna get those updates on the fucking Wii or anything like that. But you can take characters from older games into the future games. I remember specifically and distinctly, there was a Trigger Happy... Oh, I have to jump into that to get the bonus. To do the bonus life. I'm an idiot. I should have saved it, actually. But, there was one special Trigger Happy released at one point. Every game of Skylanders had, like, a unique color for their base to let you know, like, what game it came from. It's like, oh, if it has green plastic on the bottom, it's from Spyro's Adventure. If it has orange plastic on the bottom, it's from Giants and stuff like that. They had one special series of some Skylanders called Elites, and they had a clear white base, and they were normal Skylanders but stronger. I think they cost extra money too, but I don't know if they did any extra damage, but they at bare minimum had extra health. So there was an Elite Trigger Happy, who Trigger Happy is one of the characters from the first game. And because it was a Trigger Happy who's in the first game, you can still use it in the first game, even though it came out like after the first game and was like an Elite version. It still carried over that health bonus into the first game. So that's what you'd have to do. You have to get, to make the strongest one possible, you have to get an Elite Skylander that could be used in the first game, and then go through all of the games. And do all, like, the stat bonus shit. Yeah. There we go. Skylanders Legacy when? Skylanders Legacy when? Because if we're doing the full Skylanders Legacy, we've also got to play the handheld versions. Because I know at least for the first couple of games, the handheld versions of, like, the DS and 3DS games were actually completely different games. With completely different levels and shit. Because... you know, they couldn't get a console game running on there. You know how I'm doing that for Game Boy right now? Well, they're a little more different than Donkey Kong Land 2 decided to be. So there's that. And even though it was a Giants Edition, the Zappy could be used in Spyro's Adventure. Yeah, there were some characters where, like, they would get an updated version introduced in a... Like, oh, this character's from the first game. But it also gets a version of that character released for the second game with like a unique pose and stuff. Yeah, and unique abilities. In those Giant Editions, Zappy could still be used in Adventure. Zap did exist there. He just couldn't use the new ability that was introduced in Giants. Yeah. It's kind of funny that it's just like, you know, Skylanders, you know the whole NFT shit where they're just like, you could carry over like a gun that you got in one game into another game. And how, like, fucking stupid and pointless that sounds. Skylanders is probably the closest that ever got to actually being a thing. Well, I guess Pokemon. I guess Pokemon's kind of the undisputed champion of that. I guess Pokemon kind of wins by default in that regard. Of being able to carry a Pokemon over from one game to the next. People have Pokemon that are literally decades old. Because I believe you can continue transferring all the way from Gen 3 to now, as long as you have all of the correct games and devices to do so. Mugen? I guess Mugen. Mugen's also, yeah. But Mugen's like a fan projects thing, so it's a little different. So it feels a little different in terms of like how it works. I was thinking that version of that was the only one that could use that new ability. If you brought the original, it would not have the new ability. I don't remember how. I don't remember enough specifics for that. That'd be the concern about getting like a powerful trigger happy. What if it can't use any of the updates from like the later games? I'd have to do research to like work out what is the optimal Skylander to turn into the ultimate beast. Actually, speaking of how Pokemon does stuff like that, Pokemon would be... It's something I wanted to do with Pokemon, but as I've learned, in future entries, they've removed a lot of them, so it no longer has the same prestige. I wanted to have a Pokemon that I carried through as many gens as possible to get as many ribbons as possible. Because ribbons would carry over from generation to generation. You get a ribbon in Ruby and Sapphire and transfer that Pokemon to Diamond and Pearl, and it would have the same ribbons that it had in the previous game. But there was a generation. Where they stopped those badges from, those ribbons from working. Which was sad. Just any ribbons that you got before were just kind of coalesced into one ribbon of just like, prior achievements! Wow, so good! Unfortunate. So it doesn't keep track of all the progress anymore. I can't remember what generation did that, but I remember the people who were the ribbon fanatics. The people back in the day who actually played Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, and actually cared about the beauty contests, the Pokemon contests, aka me, were very upset. Because I wanted a Smeagol. Ah, okay, that works. There we go. I wanted to do that with a Smeagol. Because Smeagol was one of the ideal candidates for most amount of badges. Because there was also... Oh, sorry, ribbons. There was a unique ribbon for purifying a shadow Pokemon in Pokemon Colosseum, or Pokemon... the finish was right there, for fuck's sakes. In like Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Colosseum, the shadow Pokemon. And if you got a shadow Pokemon and purified it, it would also give you a bonus ribbon. And then you just go through and get as many ribbons as possible with that Smeagol, because it could get because it was a shadow Pokemon, and it's Smeagol. You sketch and it can learn everything. Anyway, yay, Fiery Furnace done. And people have the reason to buy the new figure, yeah. Yeah, it does make sense. Stupid capitalism. Welcome to Club of Carnage. I'm kind of surprised Fiery Furnace was before Club of Carnage. Because in the SNES version, Club of Carnage, you access earlier. It's like in an earlier world for the Club of Chaos thing. Now, this was a barrel focus level. Oh my god. This was an intensely barrel focus level. Where you'd have to like have a moving barrel and shoot in and out of it constantly in the SNES version. Is it just going to be a series of clubbers this one? Seems to be. Seems a bit fucking... Fuck 'em, suck 'em robots, god damn it. It's alright, I've saved after Fiery Furnace, so we'll just get a life. We'll just like get lives when I get it. Fucking suck 'em robots! Oh my god! Every level in this game is a Black Ice battle. What if an entire game but you played as Luigi? Bonk. It's just gonna be every barrel is a clubber. Every fucking barrel is a clubber. New Luigi U, yay. I never beat that, I don't think. I own it. I don't think I ever beat it. I own New Luigi U physically, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I got the Mario, like the U one that has like the physical disc of Luigi U. I don't know if I don't think I got the one where it's like a separate box, but I think I have the one where it's like on the same disc as the normal one. I don't remember. I don't remember. Did the Switch port of... I definitely borrowed it from the library years ago, so I definitely beat it. Did the Switch port of U come with Luigi U or not? I actually have no idea. I have no idea if, like, U Deluxe on Switch ever came with Luigi U. It did? Okay, good. Oh, Year of Luigi. Oh, Year of Luigi. Also, I had turned out with the Super Crown. True, that's how Bowsette started. 4th OC Bunny gotten. So 9,996 to go. What I'm hearing is 19,996 to go. Or is it just, or wait. No, it's not 20,000, it's 2,000. So 1,996 to go. Oh, Occult Crescent. You definitely... I have nothing more positive to say, so I'm gonna stop. You have nothing positive to say, don't say anything at all, kind of thing? Whee. I'll be honest, Scribbles, when you first said that, when you first sent that message, really? Oh no, game over. When you first said that and you said 4th OC Bunny Garden, I'm just like, how many OCs do you have that 4 of them are bunny girls? That was where my brain went at first. That's where my brain immediately went to. It's a shame. So people talk about their, like, people like draw. Here's this OC. Here's that OC. Here's out of this OC and stuff like that. And I'm like, I have one. I have one OC. Does a VTuber count as a second? Does I guess a VTuber counts as a second. I'm working on a second. I'm working on a second. No. You're asking why a bunny girl might turn into multiple bunny girls? It's very unlike rabbits to multiply quickly, so yes, and this makes me very curious. I just like the explosion sounds. Okay. Barrel firing levels are so fucking hard in this game. Well, I mean, I guess the rest of the Lost World so far has been pretty simple. The rest of the Lost World so far hasn't been that bad. I guess I finally needed one that would start causing issues. I just kind of wish that one wasn't until we got Animal Antics, but oh well. Ah well, I guess it starts. I guess it starts now. I guess the problems start now. Oh god. I wonder how people figured out how to Captain K rule the Skylanders. Oh, absolutely, definitely. Because I know people have done that for like amiibos and stuff. You can go on eBay, and get it and do that for amiibos. I guess the question is more so, like for a lot of amiibos, it's just tap and activate. Do you have to change that much to store it the way that amiibos do, and so the way that Skylanders do? I mean, technically every amiibo can store, but people don't bother with the storage functionality. But also, do people care enough about Skylanders to have done so? No confidence. You know what? Fuck it. That works. Fuck it. That works. Halfway barrel. Bouncing on so many heads. Oh, I already have Diddy. Aha! Aha! I saw a ledge up here and I knew it was sneak ready. But it wasn't a bonus. Damn it. That was just... I've been bamboozled! Well, it's a life count is obviously slacking on mechanic isn't a bad thing. Whee! Whee! Yay! Okay, I guess that's just the arrow for landing in. You know, frequently in these barrel levels, they don't let you control that much after shooting out of the barrel for the exact purposes of making it really easy to just, like, misdirect like that. Oh, fuck you. Actually eat the penis of life. Oh my god. Oh. I wonder where the bonus barrel is. They are really not trying on this, are they? They're really trying to make it obvious in this one. They really want to make sure you don't miss the bonus barrels here. Clobber Carnage, and it's just a series of fucking ledges where clobbers will bounce you off. I guess that does mean that this version of Clobber Carnage is at least more based on clobbers carnaging you than the actual SNES version, which is primarily blasting out of barrels. So I guess it's at least more accurate to the name. Oh, you're not gonna go back? Okay. There we go. Whee. Whee! Stop it! Stop it! Yay! There we go. There we go. Okay, it was just the slippery ledges at the start with that one main issue there. And now, chat, I'm gonna cry and have a panic attack. Chat, it's time to regret our decisions that led us to this point in life. What the fuck is the DKL2 version of Animal Antics gonna be like? I don't want to know, but based on the rest of this Lost World, maybe it'll be easier. Maybe they won't have the wind mechanic for Squawks. Maybe they'll get rid of the wind mechanic for Squawks. Maybe. Bonk. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I'd appreciate that. Ooh. Because that's the thing with Animal Antics, is that the main issue, the main part that's hard is actually the Squawk section. The other parts aren't that bad. But then the Squawk section is just turbo rough. That it makes you go, what the fuck? And then you have the... God damn it. God damn it. And then you have the Rattly section afterwards, which is nowhere near as hard, but because of the nerves of just having finished the Squawk section, makes you panic. Two. Rambies. Whee. I'm now wondering, will we get a non-guard section in this level? Does this game on the Game Boy have the ability to swap to a water level in the middle of the level to give us an actual on guard section. I can't believe how much they make you rely on platforming, like gaps like this, jumping from one web to another on this version of the game. Oh, thank God. Considering you can only have one web at a time, unlike the others where it's two. Bang, 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 bang. Banana in the middle of the bridge. Does that mean go up? No. Gotta check, gotta check, gotta check. Oh my God, I'm getting stuck to myself so much. This jacket will be ruined by the end of today. And I have just so many loose threads that sequins have been ripped out of. Damn. I guess that's what I get for buying this online from AliExpress for like $20. I don't know if that's actually where I got this one. Rattly. I bought enough like things at a similar time that I don't remember which websites which came from. Oh. There was spikes down there. Are they not gonna have a squawk section? Surely there's gotta be a squawk section. Oh, I walked into the side of the squawks. What if there's just no squawks or on guard section? Oh my God. I thought I would be Squitter. I thought I'd be Squitter. I was not Squitter. I hate it when spikes are sharp on the side. They're like punji pit spikes. They're like pointing directly upwards. How are they so sharp? Bonk. 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 Oh God. Can't see! No squawks or on guard section. The hardest part of Animal Antics, and it's straight up not in this version of the game. Making this a very easy Animal Antics level. Wow. Kinda disappointed. Hardest level of this game was Crazy Kremland. Hardest level was actually Crazy Kremland. Obvious question becomes now, where the fuck is my secret? Where the fuck is my bonus? Yeah, it's one of those situations where there's a squitter. Fuck. There's a squitter playable, so it could be fucking anywhere. Do I have enough coins to save again? Yes, I do. So now if I get the DK coin here, I don't have to, like, if I die, I don't have to beat the level again. I still have to finally get the DK coin. The O was right where you fell the first time. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. But the dick. Where's the dick? I'm trolling for dick. I didn't notice that I could just go straight to Crocodile Core. So it didn't actually, like, it doesn't require me to get all the DK coins. Well, what kind of playthrough would be if we didn't get, if, like, this was one DK coin we get? Especially the level's so easy. Oh. There we go. It's probably not. Well, like, because that's always the worry. Is just like, what if it's in a random hit? I trusted you, Bananas. Bananas, I trusted you. You were supposed to bring balance to the force, not destroy it. Go! Obi-Wan Kenobi be like, you were meant to bring balance to the force. And it can be like, yes, now there's 2 Sith and 2 Jedi. Balance, bitch. Drops the mic, walks out. Game over. It is very funny how, like, you know, the new the prequel trilogy of Star Wars came out, and they went like, you know, people had issues with them in terms of like some of the like execution of it and everything like that. And then Rise of Skywalker came out many years later, just being like, you want to see a bad Star Wars movie? I'm very much a Last Jedi defender. Hell, I'm a Force Awakens defender. But holy shit, Rise of Skywalker. See, I defend The Force Awakens, because for me, like, The Force Awakens, like, yeah, it's obviously meant to be a New Hope again. But, like, I don't consider that to be that big of a deal. Idea of just, like, you know, like, a new generation of things happening in the galaxy and, like, you know, the same mistakes as, the same problems as before are being repeated. I don't think it's like that, like, you know. For the themes that Star Wars wants to go for, that feels appropriate and stuff like that. But, you know, I think there's enough, like, elements of Force Awakens that are, you know, deliberate subversions or inversions or just fun new ideas to introduce to Star Wars. I think Force Awakens is still good. It's not like, you know, an immensely thought-provoking, intense movie or anything like that, but, like, it's Star Wars. Like, Star Wars are meant to be, like, you know, fun fantasy films that just, like, make you want to think about the bigger world because it's cool, but also just have fun and see cool characters do cool shit and, you know, care about the characters and what they do, which I feel like Force Awakens mostly does well. So, like, I'm a Force Awakens defender. But, like, people try, I've seen people try to be like, yeah, the new trilogy was doomed from, like, the moment The Force Awakens came out, and I'm just like, that was not the reception when it dropped. The reception to Force Awakens was not that the trilogy is doomed and everyone hates it when it first came out. It definitely got criticisms at the time of being a bit overly safe by just being a New Hope again, and that's, yeah. Well, you know, it's a fun movie to watch. It's got fun characters, it's got fun fights, it's got fun ideas. And again, there's elements of it that are like deliberate inversions of what you expect, like a New Hope thing to do. And it's a fun watch. It's a fun watch. And then Last Jedi is just really good. Last Jedi is the moment where it's just like, you know, if The Force Awakens was to establish, you know, making the similar mistakes as the prior generation to result in the same outcomes, The Last Jedi is, you know, starting to take steps to just be like, maybe the new generation can do better than what we did. Maybe the new generation can create a path forward that's better than what we did and stuff like that. I mean, even to an extent, that's like part of the vibes of fucking like, because again, Last Jedi is just Empire again. Like, you know, the trilogy was meant to, like, you know, sequel trilogy was always meant to be like, in a lot of ways similar to the original trilogy, and a lot of elements of fucking Christ, these ice shoes, I swear to God. A lot of elements of Last Jedi are very much similar to Empire Strikes Back and stuff like that. But you know, out of all of the mainline Star Wars movies, like, Last Jedi is my favorite. and then and then Rise of Skywalker came out, and I think it's the worst movie I've ever seen. I've spoken to some people about Last Jedi being the worst movie that I've seen. And I've seen some people say, okay, Rise of Skywalker is bad, but you haven't seen proper bad movies if you think that Rise of Skywalker is the worst that you've ever seen. And I'm just like, no, I don't mean on like a technical level. It's bad on a technical level in many ways, yes. But the reason that I find Rise of Skywalker fucking the reason I find Rise of Skywalker so horrible as a movie is I find it's the most anti-art movie that I've ever seen. It is a movie that seems to hate the concept of artistic expression in of itself, and has like and is an entire movie dedicated to decrying the concept. And no matter how technically bad or like poorly made or any other movies are, I've seen some movies that people would call absolute dog shit and stuff like that because they're not well made, but the movies don't feel like they are against the concept of art itself. Except for like maybe anything coming out of like Daily Wire films. Maybe that. But even then I don't know if they'd be that like to that extent. Chat, it's literally like the final level. So I don't want to because it feels lame. But so much of this is just squid of hell. Chat, do we look up where the DK coin is? Because at this point, I'm just fucking around in the sky to see if I find it. It might even be in the Ratley section, but like I have to check the Squidder section first. And that bugs me. Every time Squid is in a level in this game, I'm just like, I don't want to even like try to look up the DK coin because of where it is. Which was one that certain Sith Lord returned. That's Rise of Skywalker. That's Rise of Skywalker. Where somehow he returned. And the word somehow is literally the entire explanation that you'd get. And it's said with such apathy, like the people who wrote it and acted it out didn't care. And again, typically, like, you know, plot. I think people over-exaggerate how, like, plot holes affects on things. If a plot hole is so bad that it distracts you from the concept that you're, like, the fact that you're watching a movie, then yeah, but, like, people will treat plot holes as, like, oh my god, this is the worst thing that could possibly happen, but, like, that is very much one where it's, like, this plot hole feels bad because it feels like no one even gave a shit, and that's why it exists that way. Yeah, he returned in Fortnite. Like, I don't dislike him returning because it's a plot hole. I dislike him returning because it feels like no one gave a fucking shit about the fact that he returned and they just said, oh, he's here because he's here. I care because it feels... I think it's bad because it feels like no one gave a shit. Again, it's the type of thing that I talk about where I'm just like, Rise of Skywalker is so bad because it's anti-art. I know it's literally the final level, but when it comes to levels like this, where there's just a bunch of empty space, and it's somewhere, I'm going to look it up. I'm just gonna look it up, because it could be, like, somewhere. I was actually very close to it just then. Where it is sucks, so I'm glad I'm looking it up, because this is dumb. I'm glad I'm looking this one up. This is a very dumb spot for this to be. Not fun. Not a fun. Not a fun location for our final DK coin. You know how I've been saying for a lot of this game, what if a DK coin's just in a pit somewhere? Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I have bad news. I have bad news. Somehow Palpatine's returned. The fact that he returned in Fortnite. is one of the, like, the most exec-brained things I've ever seen. We're bringing back a major villain who just straight up died and has not been hinted to at all in this franchise up to this point. But we're bringing him back for the final movie. Oh, but what about that cross-brand recognition with Fortnite? We'll get people interested in our movie by putting it into the Fortnites. But just, again, just like no shit's given about just like how will this come across as a piece of art? No shit's given how will this be like for the, you know, the experience of the people who are watching it as it like in the cinemas. No shit's given. Just wow, cross-brand stuff. Wow. Sugoi. Synergy! Yeah. It's alright, we're nearly beating this game. We can stop talking about random bullshit. I feel like how long I've spent in this level trying to just find and get to the DK coin. We're at a point where it's like getting like triple how long I spent just beating the level in the first fucking place. Fuck you. Fuck you! Oh my god! Fucking ice shoes. I'm so sick of it. Oh my god. I don't know if this game is slipperier than Lands 1. But what I can say is definitely that the level design means that even if it is the same level of slipperiness as Land 1, you feel it a lot more. I mean, just like the Squidder stuff in general. The Squidder stuff in general is you going between a bunch of really, really fucking tiny-ass platforms. Oh god. I'm so sick of this. I know where it is now, and I've spent like fucking 8 lives to get there since I looked it up. Very much one of those situations where I'm just like, I'm frustrated and I want to stop playing this level. And it's resulting me like mentally not being as engaged, which means I fuck up more. The Majestic Ramby versus Chad Ramby versus the Soy Jack Squidder. 4th piece +1 Arcanauts gear gotten? Hell yeah. I thought I had 2 pieces of +1 Arcanauts gear. It turns out I don't. I only have 1. I thought I was way closer to being done. But I'm not. Made me sad. Yeah, here we go. There it is. Here it is. Here's the bonus. So mean! That's a very meanly hidden one. Does this spell something? Looks like it spells something. Looks like it might spell something. But I can't tell what. Oh, DKL. It probably says, I bet it says DKL. Yay! Yay! Leave. Do I have 2 coins to save? No, I don't. I do not have 2 coins to save. This. Fuck it, I'm making a save state. I don't want to have to re-get that coin if I die to the boss. Fuck it, I'm making a save state. Save state for the final boss. Crocodile Core, here we go. End of the game. Oh, we're actually in a volcano. Oh god. Oh, what the fuck? ¿Qué? SNES version never even, like, shot out bouncing ones and straight shots at the same time. What the hell? Fuck. Doesn't make up for no gas. It seems like way harder than the gas, honestly. I don't know. So how the fuck do you get past them then? How? How do you actually do that? What's the actual plan, buddy? I legit don't know how to do that because it seems because the bouncing ones you jump under usually. Oh, like you walk under when they bounce up high into the air. I legit don't know what you meant to do there then. That doesn't seem to make sense. Oh my god. Fuck. I guess you just have to jump over them when they bounce, like as they're hitting the ground. What the fuck? What the hell? This is meant to be a well, not victory lap because it does like it throws quite a lot at you for you only have to get one hit on him. But it does throw a lot at you. But like, what the hell? What the hell? So bounce. Chat, I may never beat this. Chat, I don't know if I'm beating this. I don't know if I'm beating this one. I don't think I've dodged any of the bouncing straight shot ones yet. I don't think I've dodged a single one. There's no point in me counting. I don't know how the fuck you meant to do this. But like this doesn't seem to make sense as a concept, I'll be honest. I think that's the idea. You just gotta know where they're gonna bounce. Yeah, they're gonna bounce. Oh. Come on, please be done. There we go! Yay! Okay, there's gotta be way more aggressive and jump way near him. Yo! And once again, Crocodile Isle sinks into the abyss. Yay! We did it! We did it! I dodged it once and then it worked immediately. Yay! And that is Donkey Kong Land 2. Today was nowhere near as rough as last time. Today went nowhere near as rough as last time. But wow, this game definitely has a sharper edge to it than... I beat Mario. This game definitely has a sharper edge to it than the SNES version. Which is already saying something, because people already consider the SNES version pretty tough. I guess I've just played it so many times that it's not that for me specifically. Wow. Wow, though. Yeah, like, most of it comes down to the controls are slippery as fuck. They are so goddamn slippery. Most of the, like, 95% of the bonuses are really easy to find. And then the last 5% are, like, bastards. And anytime you have to do verticality, it's so easy to get sniped from off screen. Again, like, it's, like, I'm not saying, oh, I wish I didn't play it, you know, it's, you know, I didn't hate it that much, I wasn't that frustrated for it, you know, I'm still platforming, I'm still having fun, just, I'm also, at the same time as having fun, getting frustrated by some of the annoyance of this version of the game. Again, it's one of those things where at this point in time, outside of the novelty of what this is, and the desire to see everything, there's so much reason to play this. I can recommend someone play Donkey Kong Land if they just want to, like, have a short, fun time with a game they've probably not played before. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone outside of just, like, do you care about seeing all the different Donkey Kong games and seeing how they turned the Country 2 into Land 2? Because it is relatively impressive that they got, like, the game to be this similar to the SNES version. But, yeah. Next time we come back with Donkey Kong Land stuff... Oh, we're doing credits again. I guess we're doing credits again. But next time on Donkey Kong Land, it will be... Land 3, which... Have I ever played it? I honestly don't know. I'm assuming I've played it. I'm assuming I've touched it. I'm assuming I have booted it up on an emulator at one point in my life. I'm assuming that. Because again, I didn't know Country 3 existed when I was a kid. I didn't know Country 3 existed until the Virtual Console was happening for the Wii. So there's no way I knew that Land 3 existed when I was a kid either. So I presume at some point I booted up Land 3 on an emulator to, like, mess around with it and see what it was. Like this game, I was pretty confident I never beat this game before, and going through the entire game, yeah, I definitely didn't. I definitely never beat this when I was a kid. So I'm assuming the same thing as for Land 3. There's an element of Land 3 that I know in terms of what is it? That from my understanding, it kind of falls into the middle grounds of this game and Land 1. Land 1 is its own entire thing. It takes very little inspiration from Country 1 outside of, like, general enemy concepts, general feel of, like, rolling and stuff, ropes, barrels, the Kremlings, there's forest levels, there's some snow levels, but then, you know, in a lot of ways it starts deviating quite a lot. You know, like the rock level, like the mountain levels where you climb up, there's nothing like that in Land 1. There's no construction site, in Country 1. There's no construction site in Country 1. The underwater stuff has a totally different theme. You know, there's a lot of different ways that it you know, it changes with, like, you know, slight ideas from what the first one is. And then this one tries to be as close to just, like, a proper port as it can be, which it can't be, so it's effectively a demake. Or a mobile version, as Scribbles likes to say. But this is effectively like an official demake. From my understanding, Land 3 is halfway in between. As in, it takes a lot of inspiration from Country 3 while trying to be more of its own thing than this version is. From the way I understand it, like, this has all the same level names and world names and, like, a lot of visual elements that are very similar to Country 2. From my understanding, Land 3 has all different level names, not like they don't overlap with Country 3, but there is like a lot more direct inspiration. Like instead of like Land 1, which is its own thing with it, where it does its like, you know, own world and everything like that, I believe Land 3 is still Northern Cremasphere. It still tries to keep the idea being similar to the Northern Cremasphere. And having ideas and elements from Country 3, but trying to be more explicitly its own thing. Level names are different, which I would presume also means that they don't try to just replicate them as much. Again, kind of an in-between point. I'm not certain how much it does that. I'm not certain to what extent it will succeed or not succeed at that, because I don't think I've played it. So I'm curious. I'm very curious about what it's going to be like. And we will have to see that when we get to it. But for now, that is Land 2. Kind of glad it's done, but I'm glad I also played it. And we'll wait for the credits to finish rolling up so I can do my outro. Where do I see the last names? Where are the last names? Special thanks, Sutherland Miles. Until next time, this is version 2, signing out.